Hello, everybody. Welcome to Boston Cube Party 2026 coverage.
Hello. We are here at the top 64 draft. Jake, what cube are we drafting?
Well, we're drafting the Bodleian cube. It's pronounced Bodleian. Chris, you guys hearing us okay? Perfect. Awesome. Yeah, we're going to be drafting Bodleian in top 64. The players are shuffling up right now. We can see them. They look a little confused, actually, right now.
Well, not everybody knows what to do with a cogwork librarian.
Yeah. I think that's going to be one of the things I'm really excited to see, Alex, is what do people do with the Cogwork librarians in the higher stakes draft? People have a lot of different opinions about how best to use the card. I have my opinions, but what do you think they should be doing with it?
When I draft Bodleian, I almost always get cogwork librarians in anticipation of taking the right fixing with that. Every once in a while there are two, power outliers perfect for your deck, but I find I get frustrated when I open a card I desperately want to have and like a fetch land or the right shock.
The on-color shock land. Yeah, and that's a big part of why I have them in the cube. I think if I want people to lean into the synergies and then they have to choose, do I want my Yawgmoth or my Blood Crypt? They're going to pick Blood Crypt if they want to win, but that sucks, right? Like, they build the perfect Yawgmoth deck. They're ready to go. Like, let's let them have both if they are diligent and take their fixing at the right time.
It definitely allows people to do the cool thing while also not, like, sacrificing their consistency.
Exactly. And sometimes I notice in the higher stakes drafts, people will be a little bit more diligent about them. I personally would rank them a little bit higher than a fetch land, pack one, pick one. So I think I'm cogging for two cards I'm taking over fetches if I'm starting that put me in a similar direction. That's usually my bar for pack one, pick one if I'm, if we're playing for stakes. If I'm drafting with my friends, having some beers, if I can cog for two cards that look interesting, like I love cogging for new cards when I put them in the cube just to see how they go, like make sure they make their way into the draft. But like, yeah, if I open like Felia Quantum Riddler, I'm cogging for that. That's a, maybe that's not right, but like I want to chase that upside.
Sure.
But
well, the other thing I will do is, if an archetype's not jumping out at me in pack one, if I'd just collect them and plan to, small pivot in pack two with the help of, two or three.
Absolutely. A great strategy is to be, okay, we're going to go over to the draft.
Very exciting. Our featured drafter today is a friend of both of ours, Max from the Baltimore group.
Yes.
So if we are talking crap about him, it is out of love.
Exactly. Max is our hero, but, the hero needs a little bit of adversity to finish their journey. And so if the draft doesn't provide Max that adversity, we are going to.
Max also just recently got engaged, so everybody say congratulations,
Congratulations to Max. Drop that in the chat. That's how engagement works, right, Alex?
Right.
We're supposed to, we ask the chat.
Mm-hmm. Everybody, put a diamond ring in there or something. I don't know.
I love that. All right. Max has attacked his Cogwork librarian with his backpack.
Mm-hmm. You can see all the pens on there. That's a good sign. You
It
can
is a
see
good
the
sign.
Top 8 Boston Cube Party playmat from last year.
Yes, where Max drafted this cube. So I'm interested to see what lessons he learned from that in top 8 last year that he will apply coming into this draft.
Ah, that's right. Yeah.
All right, they are starting the draft. So what am I? All right, we have already boxed a pack. All right. Can we zoom out a little bit, Chris?
Yeah, there we go.
All right.
Oh,
I mean, I do.
Agavan.
I think. All right. So I see it. I would take the Ragavan here.
I think I Ragavan here, but Max is not usually a hyper aggro player, but I mean, he's in top 64, so maybe he just goes with the best pick. There we go.
I'm interested to see. I often think sometimes people will use a different set of heuristics for That's
Max
why I
is
use
happy
pack
with
toppers,
this
folks. Yeah, so the Ragavan pack one pick one. I think it's not just an aggro card in this cube. I think realistically, even if you're a control deck, you're a ramp deck, Ragavan's a mana dork. Let's see. Okay, so let's see what we got. Pick two. We got Adds an Urza Saga. We got Okay, so I
Oh, we already got a Coggy. All right.
yeah. See, I'm pretty tempted to take the Cogwork out of this pack. I recognize there's some good stuff, but like at the same time,
Saga's pretty great to get early.
it is. It really
Yeah.
is.
Okay, there we
All
go.
right, Max agrees with you, Alex.
Yeah.
We're Saga gamers, and this is a very open start, right?
Yeah,
Could we zoom out just like a touch? Could we zoom out like just a touch? We can sometimes only see the bottom of his cards. Oh, never mind. It's good, Chris. Sorry.
all right. Path is pretty great.
Yeah, I think
oh.
we've got Path. We've got. Yeah, I think.
Oh, okay.
See,
Nice.
I really like that. I didn't see the Cogwork in the pack, but ultimately, I
That's-
think that when it comes down to it, you have a Ragavan and an Urza Saga. Staying open is really good there, and realistically, like the path is good, but the Cogwork keeps you so open relative to the path, and there are other good removal spells in the cube too. If this is swords, I would feel differently.
Yeah, swords does go better if you are going aggro with Ragavan.
This is a very strong white signal to the left, though. I feel like Path and Luminarch, if you are passing that, like the drafter to your left is going to take notice of those things. If they're leaning white, I expect someone's going to go for that.
Yeah, I mean, just Ragavan and Urza Saga are such different cards. I think taking the Cogwork is very smart because it allows you to go down either path or somehow fit them together.
Exactly.
Have you seen them in many decks together?
Ragavan and Saga, I have definitely seen them in the same deck together. Some people are going to hate that I'm saying this. Those treasure tokens do make the constructs bigger. So we do have something going on there. Not that I think this is decided. Well, I think Urza Saga is an artifacts card. I think that Ragavan is a more flexible card here. But I'm interested to see if Max thinks that he's in an artifact deck based on those picks or is leaning that direction. Oh, interesting.
I mean,
There's an Uro, a Luris, and a staff.
Oh my gosh.
Here. And in a road. This pack is crazy.
Max is a sicko. I wonder if he takes Luris and
Yeah, so Luris is really interesting in this cube, right? Because
Yeah.
I think Luris is absolutely a strong companionable card, but the curve here is much higher than in some other Eternal cubes.
Yeah.
So I think that Luris has some downside to it. All right, we're going to Cogwork into Rakdos for it. I am so excited that we get to see this.
This is very cool.
Okay. Immediately looking at the pre-war formal wear and maybe thinking, oh, shoot, look. And, like, you got Adeline, you got Kaito, you got a Cogwork. I think this pack really highlights some of the challenges with Luris, right? Like, Adeline is a great card, but, I mean, Cogwork is there. But it's Kaito, pre-war formal, and Adeline. White is going to feel really open to Alex's left. Oh, sorry, to Max's left. Two names that end in X.
I mean, it's to my left as well.
Ooh, thinking about the Godless Shrine. Okay.
Oh.
They want to be open to Mardu. I'm a fan, I think.
Oh, okay.
I mean, that's...
Lingering Souls, not a bad payoff here. I mean, my biggest question right now is how much are you committed to companioning Luris and how much are you just viewing it as a possibility?
Yeah,
And
I think that's there. I
possibility.
think they're definitely set up to do it if they want to at this point. But I agree with you. They don't have to commit. But if they were waffling, I mean, Adeline is a really pushed card. I guess they didn't have the Godless Shrine last pack.
I would be stunned if he did not take Lingering Souls, knowing Max. Max is a Lingering Souls gamer. Max is a Spectral Procession gamer. Max is a Battle Screech gamer. Like, he loves making some flying
Okay, so this is archetypally Max's type of card.
Yes.
I think it's what I would do personally anyway, because it leaves us open. Even if we just want the Luris as a card in our deck, the Lingering Souls is likely still good, but the Lingering Souls just,
Oh.
To be fair, Nethergoyf is kind of archetypally the one drop you want in your Luris deck, but I feel like to me that represents we are doing Luris Companion.
All right, I feel personally betrayed by Max here. Oh, he loves Scott.
Is he
Yeah.
a Krenko fan?
Krenko, yes, he loves Krenko. Max has a French vanilla cube where Krenko is the best creature in it.
Okay, so I mean, to be fair, this is a crazy strong Luris start. You've got Urza Saga for the inevitability. You've got premium interaction. You've got the two of the best Rakdos 1-drops to be able to be recurring with Luris.
The thing that surprised me the most from what he took was just taking the Godless Shrine, before getting into white at all. And I don't know if that Max is definitely more of a white gamer than a Rakdos gamer, I think.
Interesting. I really like it in this cube because I think the density of your best 1 and 2 mana cards is so much.
Is Max thinking about going 5-color Luris? I would love
Oh my God.
to see a
I would
5-color
also-
Luris. That's one of my favorites. I'm the only one to ever draft 5-color Luris in Bun Magic Cube, and I'm very proud of that.
Yes.
Oh, sure.
That's a great
Yeah, we
point.
should
Yeah, so
start.
we're going to pull Luris up here. Luris, the Dream Den Companion. And like we said, the 3+ mana value cards in this cube are so potent that I do genuinely think there's a cost to companioning this card relative to other sort of eternal low curving cubes. But Max might prove me wrong here. I think it's viable. Don't get me wrong.
So
I think it can be
excited.
very potent. I just think it's not as free as it is in some other cubes where, you're cutting 3 cards. And now we've got Servandum. Let's pull that up because I don't know that everyone knows this card. 2/2 Vigilant Menace is a good baseline for a card. And both you're sacrificing and blinking of cards and just... Oh, it has to be your control. So, but when your opponent removes stuff, you also have this creature grow. And then if it dies or gets flickered by being put into exile, you start destroying stuff. All right, we're not
Okay,
taking it. We're
took
just
the
going
land.
silent
No,
clearing.
that's a smart play. But I played with that Orzhov creature yesterday, and I didn't even have many synergies with it, but my opponents were terrified of it the second it came out.
Yeah, I think it's a must-answer threat. Conciliator's Duelist,
Yeah.
not a Marduk card. Not a Luris
No.
card. Okay.
All
Ooh,
right.
we have Marionette Apprentice and Umbral Caller Zealot. I
Yeah.
think Marionette Apprentice is a great Luris card. That Luristocrats, as I like to call it, is it's
All right.
kind of a... Oh, that's...
Wow. Oh, okay.
That's
yeah. You
insane.
have to take the
I-
land, right? But
I-
oh my
That's
god.
insane. Uro is one of the best 5 cards
gonna
in this
say,
cube, and
do
the
you-
drafters are not respecting
Do
that.
you hate it?
Do I hate that it isn't being
No.
picked?
Do you hate draft it? Okay. He took it.
I mean, I don't actually even think that's a crazy hate draft. I think that I can't believe Uro's still in that
All
pack.
right.
That's
Wow, incredible.
absolutely insane. And Gisa last pick is all right. So people are playing it pretty safe. I feel like double fetches. It makes Uro quite potent here, but I like our opening here. I feel like we're very fixing heavy in the first pack. I do think Questing Druid is a great splash because if you just get that 1 green source, all of your other spells in the Luris deck trigger it and it gets really big. I think it's, and you're most likely to be able to double spell with the mana curve constraint in your Luris deck. So I think it actually plays really well with Luris.
Now, are there any? When I draft 5-color Luris, especially, I start thinking about the big value non-creature spells. I know you, and I know we're not on Fractured Identity here. Is there anything that you specifically would be looking to pick up?
I mean, Lingering Souls is one of them.
I
I
mean,
think
Sunfall can work in Luris.
Meat Hook Massacre is one of the cards that I'm on the lookout for here. It's a absolutely devastating card against a Luris deck. And
Pull it up.
yes, it's a great call. So Meat Hook
I'm
Massacre,
making Jake do all the work. It's great.
gigantic wrath, scalable, so you can recast it from the graveyard. Oh, I mean, Dreadhorde Arcanist is also pretty tempting.
You think that over DRC?
I don't. I think I take
Okay.
DRC here. Although I think the
fetch.
fetch is.
Yeah.
I think the fetch is probably right. Max is trying to shore up his mana base so that it's good. There's a lot
and
of.
I don't think this is Cogworth territory.
No, I don't think so either. I think we're like very open on the lands. I think.
I mean, and even if you do, somehow pivot into an
No,
Uro
that fetch
deck,
doesn't
wooded
get our
foothills.
Godless Shrine.
It's true.
And so I don't know if that will play into his feeling. Kinseer Sentry would cast many cards in the deck, but it does feel like white's pretty open at the table, so maybe it's coming back. And we probably want a Sacred Foundry if we're playing Mardu anyway. So
Now, is this the pack?
Ooh.
Oh, okay. Is this the pack where white dries up, though, because we passed some quality white
Maybe.
cards?
Okay, so we have a
Oh,
bobble. That's going to be a
Ballista.
high pick if we're Lurising.
I love Walking Ballista and Luris.
Oh,
and
and
Soul,
Soul
Cauldron.
Cauldron.
Oh, no.
Um,
Oh, poor Max. I mean, Bobble, obviously. Yeah.
yeah, I mean, here's the thing. You get it off Saga, which is great, and it's a free card every turn with Luris. I think that that's a really disciplined pick. I mean, the
See.
Marsh Flats is probably going to be... I mean, the FOMO is... I love the Nexus of Fate look. Okay, Cog for the double fetch. I think
I
that's
love it.
nice.
Yeah.
He's shoring up that mana base. He's making sure he's good to go. The FOMO he'd obviously love to have, but
Yeah, he's looking for the wheel.
I like that this sets us up with a mana base that's pretty robust going into the rest of the pack. I think our base Orzhov mana base is functionally done. He needs one more fetch or no, he has Silent Clearing. So he has 4 duels, which is my standard for you want to cast a 1-drop of either color on turn 1, which in Luris you do. So he's got enough Orzhov lands. Now it's just a question of the red, which he has less of, but we're still in the middle of pack 2.
Max showing his delicious locks of hair there.
Yes. So, the Yawgmoth would obviously be great, but is off crypt,
Okay.
the Blood Crypt,
Oh, and
Ooh,
Deep
the-
Cavern Bat.
the Deep Cavern Bat, and the Cavern. Okay, Max is a really disciplined drafter
Yeah.
here. I think.
He obviously saw that bat, but yeah, having some disruption here would be very nice.
Yeah, I think that's a premium Luris card. It just keeps coming back, keeps taking their best thing.
I mean, so what's our number 1 card we're looking here? Is it Retrofitter? You think?
I think it's Retrofitter if we're going kind of controlling. I think Croxa is probably the card I'm most looking for. I think
Oh, good
that-
call.
And Dark Confidant is also probably. Oh, it's in that pack. I think Dark Confidant. Oh, and there's our Meat Hook.
Massacre. It's Max. Oh,
And so I think it's a question of, is Max leaning more aggressive or is
Okay.
he leaning more... I think this pack is going to tell us about the direction Max thinks his deck
Yeah.
is going.
I would.
I often find that Luris is less aggro than it feels like it is,
Yeah. Okay.
but Max disagrees.
I mean, Firebolt's a very good card.
It is. It
Um,
absolutely is. But I think that tells us that Max is likely trying to be more aggressive, less... Ooh. I think
Ooh.
that is got to be the pick. Chainsaw is a very potent thing, and it makes everything you cast with Luris a very relevant threat every time you cast it. I think that's really valuable. How do you feel about that versus Flashback, which seems to be the other card he's thinking about here?
I haven't really played with Flashback. I love the chainsaw. Like it's such good inevitability. It's the fact that you're bringing back dinky creatures all the time.
Right.
You
You just
exactly
you start
what you
putting
want.
that on your every 1-drop you cast. Ooh. Oh, there's the Retrofitter. I think
Okay. We asked for it and it came to us.
I'm curious if the Retrofitter will make Max play more controlling,
Mm-hmm.
or Max is a much better Magic player than I am. Does this just go in the deck?
Same.
Ooh, the Glimmerlens is also a very potent Lurisable.
I mean,
threat,
I
but
love
the Mortuary
Glimmerlands.
does give the Questing Druid splash, which we
That's-
already are working on.
Yeah.
I really like how I was really hoping we would get a novel deck for the top 64 draft, not just like, I think we see a lot of green red lands, black red aristocrat style decks here. I'm really excited to see this multicolor Luris artifact.
It's definitely
Saga
going to
plan.
lead to a lot of play decisions that I am wrong about.
Yeah, and that's what is top 64 draft about, if not 3 turns after you see a decision you wouldn't have made, realizing how wrong you are.
So I like to play 18 lands in my Luris decks.
I
I
am
wonder
usually
if-
17.
I wonder if Max
Ooh, the
is
Wooded
on that
Foothills
train.
Wield.
yeah, that's
So this table seems to be of the opinion that the double fetches, as we call it, Baltimore Singleton, means that they will get the fetches. That's not usually how it works.
No.
So, okay, Lava Spur Boots is another. Oh my god,
Oh my Max. All right,
what does he have that?
I mean, do you take Cauldron just so you don't play against it?
So
Even
Agatha's
though
Soul
it's great?
Cauldron, one of the most complicated cards in the cube, lets you steal all the activated abilities. Very, very pushed. Doesn't have a lot that combos with it right now,
No.
but you can also steal your opponent's cards. Takes the Lava Spur Boots, which are, this is and the Goblin Engineer. Okay, so we've got the Goblin Engineer. All right, we're gonna immediately go away from that card.
All right.
So the Goblin Engineer lets us tutor the Bauble to the Graveyard, which is an unbelievable card with Luris, because it basically just lets us draw 2 every turn from there on out.
That's
It also lets us
fantastic.
loop Chainsaw for 1 mana to deal 3 damage repeatedly off of the different artifacts. Very sad to see Emrakul going second to last pick. I think that means the table is full of cowards.
Do you not think Max should have gone Emrakul?
I think. Oh my! Can
Oh.
Max play Field of the Dead?
I don't know, but Malevolent Rumble is such a good Luris card.
Yeah. So Field of the Dead, you need 7 lands of different types, and then different named 7 lands, including Field of the Dead, in order to start making 2/2 zombies. So Max has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 ish, 7, 8, 9, 10 lands of different names without basics. So I genuinely think that if Max's mana is good enough, he could put it in. But he has a lot of different inevitability engines right now, and it's a question of how much he wants those.
Yeah.
We're in pack 3. Okay, Stoneforge Mystic he has for Chainsaw. That's kind of a spicy thing. Bloodbraid Challenger doesn't.
Not,
Is he abandoning the
us.
Luris plan for?
I doubt it.
That would be kind
I
of
think
crazy.
he was just pulling it out as powerful.
Yeah, the Arid
Arid
Mesa, but
Mesa,
his mana base is looking pretty good. Overgrown Tune gives him untapped green, which I don't think he has right
Okay.
now. Okay, so he's committed to it. So he truly is
Wow.
4 colors.
I'm surprised. I'm really stunned that he went Field of the Dead over Malevolent Rumble. I think Malevolent Rumble's so good and much more what he needs.
I think
as you said, he has a lot of inevitability, a lot of value.
Pest Infestation, now that he's in green, is another big spell that you can cast because it's.
Oh yeah, I don't. Yeah, I agree, but
I mean, Kairi Zev is a very good brawling card. Rabbit Battery is an artifact if he really is leaning more in that direction. I think I would be on Pest Infestation here,
yeah,
but
I agree. I'm not sure. Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
I was about to say I'm not sure Max saw it, but
I mean,
maybe
he's
he
at
just
least thought
doesn't
about
have
it.
it.
You know,
Alright.
we're going back and forth here a lot. Pest Infestation, I'll bring it up
Yeah.
for folks. It's a little tricky in its wording, but functionally, it's green. You have need X. There's 2 X's, but it makes twice X pests. So functionally, it's just a big mana sink that lets you make a bunch of 1/1s that gain life.
That Obolt. Yeah.
Esper Sentinel's got to be it. Or, oh, nope, I didn't see that. I think Emperor of Bones is very powerful. It's another big brawling card. Has synergies with other graveyard stuff.
Is Max thinking that he doesn't have enough interaction?
If I had a Cogwork, I'd be taking Esper Sentinel plus that, I think. Although, maybe
mean,
Max is less white than I
white,
think
yeah.
he is. Maybe he's junt. Is he really junt words? And I just haven't noticed that yet.
Yeah, I mean he took those godless shrines, but yeah, the white cards. Yeah, I think
What white cards is he playing? He has Glimmer Lens. Luris, I guess. The Cogworks are going to start showing
Lion
up more
Sash.
frequently. Oh,
if you are in white.
Voice of Victory
my gosh.
this is a great Luris pack. It seems like Max is just looking for more interaction,
Mm-hmm.
but Voice of Victory is, I think, an incredibly good taxing style card, and the Luris deck really wants to just be able to do its thing on its turn. Bristly Bill would have been tempting to me too for more green as just a scaling. It's great with all the fetches.
Yeah.
It's just a big scaling counter guy.
Yeah, I mean, I definitely understand where he's coming from with more interaction. Okay, there's Sunfall. Oh, the
Pirate's
Spell
Bomb
Bomb. Yeah,
is very good with
and
Luris.
he does have red. Was
We
that a
haven't-
bombardment he
We
was
haven't,
looking at?
we haven't seen the Forsaken Miner, right?
I do not believe so, but
Immoral Bargain is a new cool Golgari card that has some cool tech. It's Sack X creatures, destroy X non-land permanents.
Oh, well, that's
So you've got some
very
sort of,
good.
oh my god. Deathred Shaman is a gift in this pack.
Unearth is very tempting with Luris.
All right, I think we're about to see Unearth. Oh my god.
Yeah.
He's indicating to us that he wishes he had a cogwork to
Yep.
take both, which I think Max doing a great job as the featured drafter, really making sure that he's
What a
communicating
legend.
his thoughts really well to us, which I appreciate. I don't think that's easy to do while drafting. Okay, so the stomping ground makes us even more junned, and I think I'm just gonna snap it off here. There's not really
Yeah.
anything else in the pack for Luris here. I don't feel like I have a great sense of what our playable count looks like at the moment, but we kind of have so many lands that, like, if we're playing 18 land Luris, like you said, I'm fine with that because we've got Field of the Dead. We've got, okay, I mean, K Command, another great option with Luris because the Spring Heart and Tuco, I think, would be tempting to me, but the K Command just lets us get the Luris back.
I have some very specific feelings about Springheart and Tuco after getting destroyed by it on a trumpeting Carnosaur yesterday. So
Yeah, so this is one of the worst worded cards of all time, Springheart and Nantuko. Basically, landfall, make a 1/1 insect, or if it's bestowed, pay 1 and a green to instead make a copy of the creature it's attached to. Whoever worded this maybe doesn't speak English. It's a weird one. I don't know. There's also no reminder text for bestow, but here's the thing. Is that on me as the cube designer? Maybe. But copying Trumpeting Carnosaur to discover 5 every single landfall you have for 2 mana is really good. This happened to Alex yesterday. That drafter did go on to win, and I think that is really cool.
cool is a word for it.
Okay, so we're taking a cogwork. I wonder if Max has a specific card in mind that he's hoping to get back, or if he just can't take anything
Wants
else
to
from
play the
pack.
Cogworth Librarian. Yeah,
He
yeah,
can't.
yeah.
People sometimes ask me if you can play the Cogwork Librarian in this cube, and what I tell them is you shouldn't. If you find yourself with a 4-mana 3/3 in your deck, something has gone horribly wrong.
Yeah, I say you would play up to 26 lands before you put a Cogwork Librarian in your deck.
Because Max is keeping it in pick order, I have a really hard time grokking exactly how many playables he has, but I think
We're okay on
I
playables.
think we're okay as well. I think he has fewer 1-drops than I think he would like at this point in going through it, but he's definitely thinking. You can see as he leans
classic
into the camera that
Max.
he is
Always
evaluating.
thinking. I don't care for it.
Yeah. Oh, the pest infestation came back.
And Blood Artist, can you do both? Yeah.
Oh.
We did it. We
That's
got the pest
Awesome.
infestation.
I can't believe we wheeled
that
that.
is
That is
incredible
Burn Down the
work.
House is another big red spell that he can play. I don't
wonder
know if he's
just gonna take a land here.
I think if he
Oh.
needs playables, I think Burn Down the House is there. If he wants better fix, yeah.
Okay.
Honestly,
call.
a Wrath when you're behind, that's also, oh my god, Bristly built. Oh my god.
We are getting the gifts.
This is kind of incredible. I went from feeling kind of nervous for Max to feeling incredible. Anoran Sylvan Safekeeper. Oh my. So
Oh, poor Winota showing up
Winota
at
is
3.
phenomenal. It's probably a good sign for all the controlling drafters that no one has chosen to draft it. I think Winota is one of the best cards in the cube. What that tells me is that whoever is in red white, and I'm assuming someone is playing it more conservative. They're kind of worried about that going off. But Alex has been victimized by Winota many times in this cube.
That's true. And then earlier this year, I drafted a Winota deck and attempted to victimize everybody else.
Yeah, so Winota, I'll pull it up. Winota's a 4/4. When you attack with a non-human, you get to put a human from the top 6 cards in your library onto the battlefield, tapped attacking, and indestructible until end of turn. And notably, this is forever whenever a non-human creature you control attacks, which means if you attack with 3, you get 3 triggers. So it's one of the most effective ways to cheat on mana in the cube. There aren't a lot of ways in this cube to generate huge 3 mana. Winota is one of them. So interested to see. I can't wait to see what Max's deck looks like. What's your prediction, Alex? How many lands does he play? Over under 17 and a half.
Yeah, I was going to say, it's got to be 17 and a half. All right, I play 18, so I have to assume Max is going to play 18
All right,
as well.
I'll happily take the under,
All right.
as that's how over under works. So I have no choice. Okay, I'm kind of spying on other people's decks. It looks like we sort of have like a. Honestly, I have no idea what the person's deck. I see a Ponder, a Regisaur, a Pre-War Formalware, a Titania, a Restless Vinestock, an Urza. Nope, that's a Karn, Scion of Urza. I have no idea what his person sitting to his left is drafting. That's impossible to say from this card pool. Okay.
Well, Scrabble and Claws, is an entire archetype unto itself. So
Yeah, absolutely. All right. We're going to give them some time to deck build. And Chris, our wonderful tech person, is going to set us up to have an overhead camera over the whole thing, which maybe will let us spy on everyone's decks during deck building, which this is a real treat for me. Getting to watch a bunch of talented players play your cube is great. Getting to talk about it for 4 hours is a gift. Cube designers love nothing more than talking about their cubes.
I'm very excited to see what Max does and how his games go. I'm wondering with the mana base if he can get out of the gate and pressure people quickly. I love a Luris deck that wins half its games without ever casting Luris. So yeah, I'm very, very excited to see how aggressive it ends up being with. I mean, and we know that the inevitability on the back end feels fantastic.
Yeah. I think what's really interesting here, one thing I want to note, we never saw the Croxa, which means that there's another red-black drafter at the table, almost certainly, that took it before it made its way to Max. So we don't know who that is, but that is the number one card I wanted to see that we didn't see. And we didn't see a lot of black removal, right? We only ever saw Inquisition as far as hand hate. Maybe we saw Dreams of Steel and Oil, but it was in a pack with a fetch land too. But if you're Max right now, Alex, what you've played a lot of this cube. What deck are you most afraid of running into? What do you not want to see?
I would prefer to not see the card Sunfall. I mean, yes, Luris decks. I feel like I don't have a ton of experience with them, but I always am worried about aggro decks getting under me, and then super top end control decks having things that I can't answer, that I can't deal with because my curve is so low and they're just overpowering me.
The big blue-white control deck, I think, is one of the worst matchups that we've got here. It's tough because the Retrofitter and Saga game plan can actually get around a lot of their counter spells. Yeah. So Max has good tech in that matchup to try to go up against the Sunfall, right? If my opponent's casting Sunfall and I have Retrofitter Foundry, I'm feeling a lot better than I would otherwise. All right.
Let's see. Oh,
okay. So we've got deck building going on in multiple. Yeah. What stands out to you? What's the first thing you see here, Alex, that excites you?
I'd love to see the Pest Infestation in the main board here. I was worried.
I think we are junned based on me seeing this. I don't see any of the white cards currently, and I think we're real junned, which does mean that the Questing Druid is a little bit weaker. Do we have a ninja deck across the we at least have a Kaito deck. Are there other ninjas in that pool? I don't think so.
I'm very sad to see your incredible altered pre-war formalware in the sideboard here.
I am also sad to see that. I think I'd be playing it in this deck. And that's not a criticism. I haven't seen this player's, whole draft. I don't really understand their pool. It's hard for me to see how many white sources they have at the level of detail we have here. But pre-war formalware is, for those of us that don't know,
I'm confused as to their
so this is our altered pre-war formalware. And it's basically an unearth that gives a creature +2/+2 in vigilance. And then there's a lot of ways to do things like flicker it for value or goblin engineer it for value is a really fun one that I have seen people do. But perhaps this, I don't know, this deck is really low curving. Interesting. Alex, I have a totally unrelated question for you. Why do you think Brainstorm is in the top row for this draft?
I was literally saying,
top column.
yes, I was literally saying I can't tell what their pre-war formal targets are because I do not understand their layout here.
I think Dreams of Steel and Oil. That's a card that.
There you go. We did it. We
Okay,
bullied.
It's in the right way. So this is Dreams of Steel and Oil,
bullied the draft
notably
mentally.
cut by Andy Mangold from the Bun Magic Cube for being mid recently. I wholeheartedly disagree. I think in a cube that has Uro, it has
Take that,
Croxa. I don't have Flage, but in cubes with Flage, the fact that this is an exile from hand and exile a card from the graveyard means it's one-shot grave hate and hand hate. And think about it. You're playing against Luris. You go cast Thoughtseize. You make them discard Bristly Bill. That's coming back. You Dreams of Steel and Oil, their Bauble out of their graveyard and their Bristly Bill from their hand. And whoa, that's a 3-for-1.
Yeah, no, I think the card is very, very powerful. I got to play with it yesterday, and yeah, exile hand hate just feels so good.
Yeah, I like that it's only one shot though. I know you're not a big graveyard hate component as far as cube goes, which doesn't say you don't like any of it, but I know that you're wary of it being too prevalent to make the graveyard decks feel unworth going for.
Yes, I'm especially sensitive to repeated instant speed graveyard hate or.
Oh, Andy's in the chat.
Andy said,
"Hello, Andy."
Should cut.
I was really hoping you were in the chat. Otherwise, I would have been talking about you behind your back.
Notably terrible card. Thoughtseize. I could see it, Andy.
There's a lot of cards that could be cut. You could have put it back in when you cut Baragoyf, Andy.
Go put the camera on the Bun Magic Cube, and we'll make fun of that.
Total aside from Top 64. We pull up Bun Magic's latest update. We talk it over.
Sure.
No, I think it's a totally reasonable card to cut. There's only 360 slots in a cube. It's not an all-star in the sense that it needs to be there, but it's a card I'm really high on, and every time I draft it, I feel like it just does more.
Okay, so let's get back to Max here.
That's a good point. He's our hero.
Does the chat have any ideas of anything he should cut or be running?
Max has Jadar in his sideboard?
What?
That's interesting.
Is this a Field of the Dead deck?
Yeah, chat. Should Max play Field of the Dead, yes or no?
I personally think you should never run that card ever in any cube. But that may be personal feelings. Oh, he just pulled it out.
He's got the land base to do it. I think it's a question of, can he be Jund comfortably with Field of the Dead being a Manus and Urza Saga being two colorless lands?
Yep. Sounds like an 18-card deck. Or 18 land deck, that is.
Excellent. So now we can see the chat. So what do you think, chat? Should we be a Field of the Dead deck? Yes or no? Also, don't forget to donate in $5 increments to the transemergencyfund.org.
Hell yeah.
You can see that link right in the chat, and it's what Boston Cube Party is raising money for. Great cause.
All right, Jake, speak to the chat. I'm going to run to the bathroom.
Okay. Yeah. All right. We're going to take a couple minutes while they're deck building, and then we will be right back.
All right, here we are. Our first match. Max, our hero, is about to roll, and
It's true. He rolls a 6. We're going to see what Doug, our villain, rolls.
No, I think it was just odds evens.
Oh.
Max has his little salt box, which is from his event on top of Luris. Now, do you know anything about the deck that Max is playing
and
against?
now we can see it. So Max is against, it's some kind of black-white deck. It wasn't like the exact texture
deck
was not super clear for me to see. So I went around the table. We have got like a Teamer Spells deck. We have a green-white blink deck, which I'm really excited to see how it goes. Bright Glass Gear Hulk, Felia, stuff like that. We do have a Rakdos deck, which is 2 seats to Max's right. So we were correct that that was going on. We have some landsy stuff. There is a control deck, and I think there's 2 blue-black tempo-y decks that are playing off in the first round. So I'm very excited to see how that goes as well. But here, yeah, we've got a... it's definitely... Malta 5. That is
Malta
bad
5
news.
against Luris.
That's bad news for our villain. They're at a 3-card disadvantage at the start of this first game. However, they're the villain. So I want to see a good game, but...
Yeah. Well, so do you know why Max's playmat is top number 8?
No.
It's because he, while drafting the Bodleian Cube in the top 8 last time, went 0-3, so he was literally number 8.
Yeah. Max drafted quite the deck last time. I think this deck is better. He lost ultimately last year to the 2nd place overall finisher of BCP, who was just on a bigger, rampier deck that got over the top of him. All right, so we've got a Surveil.
Unexpectedly absent into the graveyard. I guess maybe not on the mana.
Max is immediately paying life.
Well, I
to
mean,
play
you got that
Sylvan
life maker,
Safekeeper.
you know. All right,
All right,
Glimmerlands, that is a way to get some value back. Some of those cards you're lacking. Oh,
you know what's funny? I thought Max had the Glimmerlands. Oh, Urza Saga. And we're making, did we miss our trigger on the Marionette? Oh,
nope.
We put a counter on the Marionette Apprentice. I guess that does make it able to block the Glimmerlands profitably.
Because, yeah, I guess it does make artifacts, right? So it does help with the constructs, but...
Interesting. Nurturing Peatland Urza Saga is such an interesting starting mana base for this. I'm really excited to see how it plays out. Oh, we got... Flicker Wisp,
on
2
Glimmerlands,
Glimmerlenses.
Pretty great. 2 Rebels.
Yeah. Glimmerlens, another card I'm very excited to loop with Goblin Engineer if I'm Max. Oh.
All right, so going to 2.
All right.
So I can't
Are we on the
Max's hand
construct
very
plan?
well. Yeah.
It seems like maybe. It's hard to see all of Max's hand. I see some lands. I see some stuff, but in fact, he has enough other lands in his hand that he must want to be on the construct plan. But
So this is interesting because you have good blocks. Oh, well, you had good blocks. And Flicker Wisp is dangerous.
And this is where something like that burn down the house is just so devastating if Max can make it happen.
Well, this is the kind of aggro blitz that you're scared of when
Yeah,
you're
so we have
doing Urza Saga and Luris.
Yeah, 6 damage coming in right now.
Okay, I was
And
wondering
we're
if he was
gonna-
going to double block because he's about to start making some constructs.
I mean, he can afford to have his creatures go to the graveyard. That's sort of the conceit of the deck.
I mean, I don't know. I'd be a little bit worried about an empty board.
I'm
but-
not feeling great about Max's board state as the hero. But
Max giving away his game plan by getting out the constructs.
oh, interesting. They choose the Safekeeper.
Wow.
That
Okay, I mean, do they have big plans?
and
for
Marionette Apprentice drains on when that happens. All right, so we're making a construct. What do you think he's gonna get? Do you think he gets the Bobble? Do you think he gets the Spell Bomb for the Flicker Wisp? Do you think? What's your call?
I mean, I don't know. You don't think there's any chance he gets Retrofitter? Oh, good call.
I think when you kill either the Aspirant or the Flicker Wisp here, you're just in a... I think you probably...
I think you got to take the Aspirant, right?
You know, it's tough because the Flicker Wisp is just going to start jamming in. It depends what else is in Max's hand. If he has another way to deal with the Flicker Wisp, then that's something. But, like, he's...
Okay, Firebolt?
Ooh.
Oh, impressive. I love it.
So here's the thing. I think maybe the question is you wait for the Luminarch trigger to go on the stack.
Okay, sure.
Right.
Okay.
Right. And I think you wait for that Luminarch Aspirant trigger to make them commit before you decide what you're killing. I like that as a plan. And your construct gets more.
Okay, no drain for Apprentice there, right?
No, Max's life total is looking a little spooky.
It was that construct attack was very aggressive.
It is. I think I see an Adeline in the hand of our villain.
Well, and he does have double white.
But he is stuck on 3 mana. I guess stuck is a relative term, but we're in the tank. I think their Forsaken Miner is the other card in hand. So the decision here is, do you play Lingering Souls to disperse, or do you press the advantage?
Okay, yeah.
So Luminarch Aspirant targeting that guy.
He's going to kill Flicker Wisp then. And
I think he's going to trade and then kill it.
That is, 3-1 Flyers. Quite something. Okay. Lingering Souls that I could have sworn Max would take.
Yeah, it will be interesting to see if the card he passed so early becomes his nemesis. I think it's interesting. I think Max's opponent has a lot left in the tank, but Max has so many cards.
Well, this is where I like Urza Saga taking you down a land is such a bummer in Luris, because
Absolutely.
just being able to double spell is so important, and also not having your mana base kill you.
All right, so we're Bristling Bill.
All right.
Playing a land.
Okay.
So our construct is now a 2/2 again.
And now you're just worried about Flyers, right?
I think so.
Just, you're going to be pumping them, and
get back our Apprentice. I bet it makes the 1/1 this time. Yeah, so now we'll have a 3/3 construct. Max has a reasonable board, but you're right. If you can't deal with the Flyers, that's just going to be game. And those Flyers are going to get big fast.
And he doesn't have the sack outlet to make Marionette Apprentice save him, I think, and then obviously getting Luris out and attacking with Luris would be very helpful, but
okay, we're
basically on a 2-turn clock in the air here, right?
Yeah,
3 and then 4.
I think Max's approach here is to put his opponent on a 2-turn clock.
I mean,
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9.
To be fair, Max does
land
not
is
know
10.
about Adeline.
Nope.
Which is quite a blocker, much to my chagrin.
It's definitely true. Okay, so we have our 4th land. I'm interested to see if they... Okay. I was curious if they were going to equip Glimmer Lens. All right, so we've got Emeritus of Woe. This...
I guess. I don't know this one, so...
I'll pull it up. Emeritus of Woe, 5/4, ETBs with Prepared Demonic Tutor. If 2 creatures die at your end step, it becomes re-prepared, which lets you recast that Demonic Tutor. So...
What? I wonder what the calculus was there versus Adeline.
I also wonder that. I was also curious if Glimmer Lens equip onto a Lingering Soul token to get a card advantage source was something that they were interested in. That does make killing the Lingering Souls even better.
Yes.
Oh, but Max has a flying blocker in hand.
Okay. Well, this is the other thing, is Demonic Tutor is pretty scary when you're at 4 life.
It's true. We haven't seen any red mana out of them at least, but
like just getting the perfect removal spell for your blocker, for your flying blocker.
Like if we have
DRC on top's not helping,
If the opponent has Meat Hook Massacre, that DT will just end the game.
Oh, okay. Okay, now we can make flying blockers.
It's true.
Not enough.
Yeah, so Retrofitter Foundry, let's pull up. I think there's a really notable cool move that Max can do here. He can sack his servo from Marionette Apprentice to make a flying blocker to chump the Lingering Souls token. Normally, you need a lot of mana to get that to be the case. But here, I actually think that's going to be really potent. I think this is going to be a really tight game. I didn't see that coming, but I love that synergy. So realistically, they can get in for 2 in the air, plus whatever
Unless they
demonic
have
tutor.
any instant speed interactions, just gain. Right. So literally, if they just get something here, it's over.
All right, looking through their deck.
Is that a Swords to Plowshares?
It is, which
Okay,
is
well, that-
not
yeah,
game
no.
this turn. And that was the only instant speed interaction they had in their deck.
It's interesting.
Because I saw Skyclave Apparition, but that doesn't kill the tokens.
No.
So
This,
I
I
think
mean,
the interesting question is,
Max can make. Can
Are
Max have 2 flying blockers next turn?
so let's pull
I
Retrofitter
guess-
Foundry back up.
Yeah, I think that would be tough. And,
So
and
it's-
then still,
It's 2 to make a 1/1, and then 3 to untap, and then 1 to make it into a flyer. So we need 6 mana to make 1. So I think no is the answer. And I think the other question we have here is, are we just supposed to flashback Lingering Souls and then just win the next turn?
I don't know if he is worried about. Oh my gosh. Okay. I guess okay. So now you get a card draw and you could keep mana
Yep.
open for plow. And I wonder if he'll just allow the block here. Oh, right. And you get
Yep.
the drain. That's very nice. You get double drain, right?
Interesting.
I
So
forgot about the Marionette Princess. Once again, Max, a lot better than me.
opponent at 5 with a Marionette Apprentice out, I guess.
Well, yeah,
That's-
and Max does finally now have a sacrifice outlet.
It's true. Do they have enough of a sacrifice outlet? Because the Swords to Plowshares can take it away.
And he just sacked a land.
Yeah, I think he had to. He's
Wow.
at 2.
I mean, I guess the Pain Land is pretty bad.
Yeah, I think the Pain Land could be very costly for Max in the grand scheme of this game. Like, if we're talking about where that life loss came from, it was certainly there. I mean, Max has 4 attackers, and our villain only has 2 blockers.
Well, and the other thing is having creatures die is not bad here.
Retrofitter Foundry is a complex card. I'm going to bring it back up one more time. We can't sack constructs. So
that is correct.
So he can't do any tech with. Oh, sorry, Chris.
All right.
Okay. So that's land on the Retrofitter. Oh. So Obliterating Bolt is deal 4 in
Exiles.
exile. So we're going to exile
All right, what
that. Do we
So
do we
attack
swords
and
our
we
own
have
emeritus
1,
here?
2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, yeah, I mean,
I think this is really tough because so if we do that,
well,
opponent
I mean-
then
hmm.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
I mean, what's the
8, 9.
logic behind that versus just swordsing one of the attackers or the Marionette Apprentice? I think probably.
All right, let's we're gonna pull Marionette Apprentice up real quick because we're on coverage and we want to make sure another creature or artifact you control. So if opponent has their we're
So, all right. So what are we swordsing here? Ragavan.
interesting.
And so
Isn't what I thought we were in a swords, but
now Max is okay. I was about to say that doesn't die. Oh my god! Infernal grasps his own
Infernal
creature
grasp
for
your-
lethal.
all right,
That's-
that is unbelievably cool. And so he must have drawn into that Infernal Grasp from the land he sacked. That is an unbelievably sick way to end the first game in
I'm
this matchup
stunned
here.
I
thought he
swords
was-
to plowshare Ragavan and not the Marionette Apprentice.
Well, yeah, and to be fair, I think the fear, right, was that the Ragavan would rip something to close the game out.
That's
I'm getting in the villain's head here, you know.
sure.
I think our villain perhaps was worried that Ragavan drawing a card plus the treasure token with the extra mana up might let Max do something that he otherwise couldn't do, and that's why he's attacking out.
I mean, we don't know Odo's gonna rip, and because we don't know that, that means I'm right. Yeah, we judge based on outcome, not on process.
That was an unbelievably sick play. The other interesting thing is the swords on the Ragavan gave Max enough life to be able to cast the Infernal Grasp in the first place, because he was at 2 and the Infernal Grasp would have killed him.
That's
So
what a sequence. Okay, Max is sideboarding.
and Max didn't know that they had the swords. We sort of benefit from the
And again,
omniscient perspective here.
you have to love any game that you win without even putting Luris in hand.
Yeah, I think that is a really notable part about how that game went for Max. He didn't need the lures. I think any game in which you point a removal spell at your own creature to win, that's why Magic is such a great game. The ability to do something that normally would seem insane, pay 2 life to kill your own creature, being the difference between life and death. Those small little moments make for such great stories. I really can't imagine a better game 1 of this 3-match series that we're about to commentate here in the top 8, top 64.
Okay. W's in the chat for these players and the cube.
Interesting.
Yeah.
So our opponent has just sided in Lion Sash and sided out Swords to Plowshare. Not Swords to Plowshares. Stoneforge Mystic, which is really interesting because against the Luris deck, my Stoneforge Mystic being a second copy of my Lion Sash is something I'm really excited to have.
Right.
Lion Sash eats this deck a lot.
And Glimmerlands was very, very good that first match. So, yeah. Some people do forget that Lion Sash is an equipment because it is also a creature, basically. But maybe you're just thinking like, you want to go fast, as fast as possible, and so playing Stoneforge might go against that plan. But I agree, I would have kept it in.
All right.
So we have 2 keeps.
Welcome to the chat, France Sarah, who just made a Twitch just to watch this stream.
Oh, I wonder if this is Julian's wife Sarah, who now lives in France.
France Sarah, are you? Oh, it's Francis. Francis.
All right, we got a Glimmerlands right off the bat.
Oh, it's Max's fiance in the chat.
Oh, of course.
That is incredible. We have our hero's fiance.
Oh, what a turn!
Watching him cast Nethergoyf into a Ragavan.
All right, well, that Glimmerlands attacking looks less promising now.
Yeah,
a bear on blocks,
And we firebolted Isamaru. We don't condone pointing removal spells at dogs on this stream. However, I understand why Max did it in this case.
And Max loves an Isamaru.
Ooh, Elite Spellbinder.
One of my favorite cards.
Yeah, love this card. Okay, so we have
Pest Infestation is very good against Glimmerlands.
Pest Infestation is very good against Limerence, and I
very
think
good.
do I see Lion Sash in the hand? I do. So I'd be pretty worried about that Pest Infestation if I'm the villain here.
Yeah. And making Spellbomb a 3-drop, it's just not.
And Max playing face up, hero move.
Yeah. Max.
There's no other way to do it.
Max is a player's player.
He's here for us. He's the hero. Surveil, top. We love to see that for our hero. I didn't quite see what the card was, but I think it's fun to speculate.
Okay, so here you play out the Spellbomb, I assume. You are threatening another point of power and toughness for your
do you attack with both here?
I mean...
So no, I think he's...
Just the Nethergoyf?
But and then we jam with the Nethergoyf for free.
Oh, okay.
Ooh.
I assume there will be a block. I mean, I get, again, like putting things in the graveyard better for us than the opponent.
Absolutely. And at the end of the day, right, Ragavan's a Jackal Pup. It's there to get in. If it just traded with a, 2-mana creature, quote unquote. So
well, you have to think Skyclave is coming for Nethergoyf here, right?
Yeah, but Max don't know that.
No.
I
Just
think
saying, what a card to exile. Yeah. It's like, all right.
that's actually really smart to use a dice for the mana value rather than a card. Max once again
Oh,
showing us
okay.
that he has the tech. And now Bristly Bill is here. I think Max's Jund stance here has come out really cleanly.
All right, so let's think through this pest infestation and the opponent's Lion Sash. I assume you just hold it until he plays it on the Glimmer Lens.
So it's interesting, right? You're certainly not casting it before the Glimmer Lens gets equipped onto something. All right, we're fetching. You know,
I
it's
mean,
interesting.
if you have not, I mean, he's pretty empty on cards. I guess saying you have nothing to play when you have Luris as a companion is
Yeah.
not really true.
I do think Luris will come to hand before we cast it.
Okay.
Currently, it depends. I don't know. Do you know what the other card in Max's hand is?
No, I do not. Maybe land.
I don't either. All right, I think
Oh, okay.
now I'm thinking this is a different.
So you need 6 mana to blow up a Lion Sash.
We need 5.
3.
So it's
plus...
green. Two green is the base cost for nothing. Then X equals 1 would be added to 5, which lets you destroy one thing and make 2 pests.
It's not 3 plus. Oh, right. At least Spellbinder's only +2.
Okay. Okay. So we've exiled the Firebolt, which makes sense.
Oh.
We're seeking the beast. Okay.
Oh, wow.
That's
what a pool.
That's devastating.
We'd love to see it.
So I think the only real question here, I think you've got to blast out the Lion Sash before it eats your whole graveyard.
Yeah.
But
so you play this untapped, take 2 damage. You can play Bobble and you can play Pest Infestation.
okay, yeah. Plus we have our. Yep,
Love it.
and make 2 pests.
Love it. Ooh.
We're gonna exile one more thing on the way out. That makes sense.
You got to take the spell bomb, right?
Yeah. I mean, I think the hardest part there is I'm not sure that's correct. Right? Because the Bobble's already going to the graveyard, and the Bobble is already providing that card advantage, and it's tough because the spell bomb is 2 damage, which I do think our black-white villain here is gonna struggle against a repeated spell bomb.
That's the thing. Is it's you have to hope Max just draws into nothing, I guess.
Yeah, but
Over and over again with the Bobble and because-
gets to see a random card from the hand. Oh, one of the biggest downsides of Urza's Bobble is that players don't know
okay, they both see it.
how to see it. So we see Kithion, hero of Akros. Our villain also demonstrating good sportsmanship by playing with their cards face up. We love to see that in Cube. Oh. All right. That said, I feel like Max is in a more comfortable spot this game.
Absolutely.
It feels like he's up on cards. He hasn't tapped into the Luris.
18 life, 5 lands in a Luris deck is feeling great against
When you're
an
ahead
aggressive
with
deck.
Luris is just this gigantic sort of boulder hanging over your opponent's head that's going to drop at some point.
Now-
And okay, double spelling here,
A lot of
that
board
does
presence.
add a lot of board presence. But you don't really want to attack with your Skyclave Apparition here. So I mean, I guess you make it 3/3.
Let's make it a 3/3.
Yeah, okay,
and then
maybe you do want to attack with your I would. You know what? I was 100% wrong.
Oh, no. Okay. I mean, I guess Bristly Bill it does
Yeah.
threaten, with the
this
fetch
lets
land
us-
to get pretty
Right. So
gross.
let's bring up Bristly Bill
Okay.
for the chat. We've
So
been
now
talking
we-
about this card a
Now
lot.
we have
Max
also
also
put Luris into hand, play Luris, get Bobble
Draw a
back
card
all
immediately
in
with
one.
Bobble.
Yeah, like
But Bill wise, we also have double the counters on Bill as just a
Yes.
static threat at this point. So we can just Max can start to go crazy because he has enough mana to be able to activate that activated ability, which
that's
I'm afraid of if I'm opponent.
pretty incredible.
Because this could just be a 6 mana
Right,
attack
there
right
are
now.
no good blocks here. Yeah, I would
Right, but now
maybe
Max can
jump
just
it. But yeah.
threat of activation it. You know?
Okay.
Every attack could be
Is that a
Our-
Fiend Artisan?
Yep.
Okay. And Retrofitter? Wow. Max has got to be feeling great.
Yeah, Max has so much inevitability. I think we're really seeing a unique build of Luris come together here for this cube. The interesting thing is,
I'm starting to turn on Max. I'm not gonna lie. It's too good. There's just too much.
You think his deck is too powerful?
Luris is a fake card with fake rules, and
Okay, so you're worried that
also Max hasn't done anything with Luris, so even more insulting. I guess I'm just an underdog guy, you know.
You know what's really interesting is our opponent hasn't actually cast very many 3+ mana value spells. It feels like part of the real struggle we have in this matchup, so if Max takes this down, ultimately, I think a thing will be interesting to see in other matchups is how the Luris deck fares against decks that are higher curving. Because right now, he's kind of playing a deck with an equivalent curve.
That is correct, which is not a good game plan unless you can really blitz super hard. But yeah, he doesn't have the red mana for that.
It feels like they're at the same speed, but Max's deck has more inevitability, and that is a powerful position to be in a game. All right, we have Luris, and then we're going to bobble immediately, and then crack our bobble immediately, and then we see the land. Oh, no. That is not good for our opponent. It is good for our hero.
Oh, okay. Don't forget your bill trigger. Oh,
Bill is dead, I think.
Okay.
Bill got murderous cut last turn.
Oh, right. That makes sense. All right, definitely forget our bill trigger.
But I mean, our questing druid is big now too. It's only going to get bigger. Max rips another inevitability engine off the top. All right, so we're checking to see what the backside of Kythian does.
I don't think a triple attack is in
which is a good point. We're going to transform it and bring it up on stream here real quick. It can it'll gain some life. It can be an indestructible blocker until end of turn. So there's some ways to do things here. But the problem here is, like, Gideon is a good board presence piece. Max's inevitability is just looking so potent, and he can keep drawing. He's drawing 2 cards every turn. Fundamentally, what Bobble Luris is doing, he's drawing double the cards at baseline before he does anything else, and it costs no mana. That is just such a...
Right. Max is going to be drawing cards and can just start making flyers.
I think he didn't bobble there because he didn't look at his opponent's hand. He was thinking about bobbling, but I think he realizes he could just do it. The risk is your opponent has a removal spell, kills the Luris. But I guess if they had the instant speed removal spell, they do it on upkeep anyway. So you're not getting the bobble. Oh no.
Well, this is when we need a surprise Grave Titan from the opponent. Just ripped off the top.
Does the opponent have Grave Titan? That's the kind of card, though, that I do think, like, if the Luris deck is playing 4-drop against 4-drop, 5-drop, 6-drop, and Max doesn't seem like he's killing people at that speed yet. We'll see if against the slower opponents he kills people more quickly. But here it feels like they're playing similar decks. Max just has Retrofitter, Saga, and Luris all as inevitability engines to close out the game.
Yeah. And we did see...
We're tutoring a 2-drop from our deck with Fiend Artisan, which I think will be Marionette Apprentice. That's my called shot.
That would make a lot of sense with the Retrofitter. It also... You have to give it, your thank you for being so great in game 1.
Or it's Sylvan Safekeeper to... Nope, Marionette Apprentice pulled to the right, but he's thinking about a couple different...
I thought about Engineer as well. Okay, Sylvan Safekeeper just to protect Luris.
That makes a lot of sense. Okay. It's... Now Luris is safe, which means...
this is responsible Max, looking to make sure in a long game nothing bad happens. I absolutely hate it. I disagree with it. Okay. Everything's coming up, Max.
Yeah, I think Urza Saga.
Again, I'm turning on my friend here. This is too good.
Let's see if the chat has turned on Max. I suspect not. Hello, Nicole. Welcome to the chat. Max's fiance rooting for Max. That's a good sign.
With Sarah, you never know.
And yeah. Max really showing us... To be fair, right, Max got this Luris pick 3. So the two people to Max's right both said no. I don't think I'm going into Luris. Nicole, this is Baltimore, Max.
This is organizer of the Salt Box.
Correct.
Great event in Baltimore that is hosted at a church that Max's parents work at. And it is gorgeous.
Interesting. We're clipping Grimmerlens.
Okay.
Are we making some attack? I think we've got to.
I love it. Oh, but not Kithian. All that look at Gideon, you know.
Well, they have the indestructible too, so they could
Right.
flip it.
I mean,
guaranteed.
does that mean you have interaction, or do we just think we need a blocker at 9?
I'm not sure. I think we're looking to rip. I think we're looking to rip a card off the top here and make it happen. Okay. So Max is willing to make some trades.
Okay, yeah,
We
trading,
have got
right. You have Luris trading stuff on board again, protecting your life total.
Yeah.
Making Glimmerlands less potent.
Yeah. The thing is, with Sylvan Safekeeper, that removal is just so much less effective. This is a card that I am on the fence about in this cube, and I am curious how much this match is going to make me reflect on it within the cube. I don't have Giver or Mother of Runes in the cube. I don't like their play patterns. I think choosing to sack a land is cool. Tutoring this at the end of the game, when sacking a land is close to free, maybe that's less cool. And what do you think, Alex? Is Sylvan Safekeeper cool here, or is it sort of oppressively driving a nail in the coffin?
It's not my favorite card, but I think it's completely fine on a power level here. I did hear some people talking about how powerful they thought comparatively sweepers were in this cube, and that would certainly be adding to that.
Interesting.
But,
I do think sweepers are very powerful in this cube. I think as you can see, you can generate a lot of board state. Sweepers are a great way to recover from that. Oh, Bones in the chat says doesn't want Kithian to flip and get killed on the crackback.
Is that a problem when your life total's being so challenged? But I don't know. The problem is, I guess you're under kind of immediate pressure and then also inevitability. So I'm not sure what the game plan is here for our opponent.
Yeah. Our villain is on 9 life still, so they have some space, but I expect that will disappear pretty quickly once Max starts closing the jaws on this trap.
Right. We have Blood Artist. We have Constructs coming. We have Retrofitter.
The Blood Artist Retrofitter is going to be particularly hard for our opponent to deal with.
Fiend Artisan can
yes.
Drain.
Yeah, Max sort of, and we got to keep in mind, some of the best cards in this matchup have been the cards that Max wheeled at the end of pack 3, right?
Yes.
That Pest Infestation table.
Right.
There are multiple green drafters at this table.
Have people just not played with the card enough? It's so good.
I think that's possible. I think it's possible. Oh, and we're and Blood
Take
Artist.
that, Bones.
Oh my god. All right. Alex, would you like to make chainsaw noises on the stream every time chainsaw rev counter happens? That's something my play group really likes to do.
The answer is no. I don't want to do
All
that
right,
every time.
Yeah, I mean this. What are we doing here?
I don't know.
Is he attacking with Luris?
Yes.
And he's just like, if you would like to go down 3 life, that's fine.
Yeah, I guess, just...
Do we have Unearth in our hand?
Lethal. Well, you just have, lethal on the board with all your sack and attacking, right?
No, I think that makes sense, especially because Retrofitter by itself can just
Does chainsaw only trigger once?
Once per
For,
a
like,
group of
yeah,
creatures
okay.
dying.
Yeah.
Let's pull up chainsaw. Yeah, so whenever one or more creatures dies, just which I think is necessary, so that just like a big combat doesn't make it so it has 10 counters on it.
Right, and I know commander players are big fans of
Yes.
doing giants sacrifice things.
Derek in the chat is wishing for Wings of Abandon. That's not here. Plague winds suck.
Okay, we're
tucking Fiend Artisan.
I mean, not a terrible idea.
I think. Yeah, although the fact that Max, chose not to sack one of his 7 lands to keep it tells you that he's not too worried about the outcome there.
I mean, okay. So we're getting 2 more blockers, but like chump blocking with Blood Artist, like, is just not gonna do it. 4. Let's go to 4.
6 counter.
Judge, Max is cheating so hard.
This is a Vorinclex emblem cube.
Yeah. I mean, it does. Sagas do, trigger if they go over counters as well. So they.
Sagas named after war criminals get 2 counters per thing. I mean, Urza cheats, definitely. Like, if Urza played Magic the Gathering, he would cheat and put 2 sagas on his saga, right?
I mean, I don't know a ton of the lore, but I know enough of the lore to know that, yes.
I'm not a big lore guy. Bones, weigh in.
Yeah. Who cheats worse, Urza or Mishra?
Yeah. Who would cheat more in a game of Magic the Gathering, Ursa or Mishra? Yeah, so we're at 4.
So
This is
okay, we can't swing with. We don't have.
I mean,
Right.
we're pretty close.
Yeah. I mean, I guess you can make a servo and you can sack it. 1, 2, 3.
All right.
Okay. I mean, you have 2 swings here and you drain for. Oh, okay. The construct came in this turn.
Yeah. I think it makes sense. And
the
Infernal Grasp.
Not 2 in a row.
Max is a man of the people.
Oh my gosh. Well done, Max. You
chooses 1 block.
Infernal
Grasp anyway.
I was about to, turn on you, but the Infernal Grasp brought me back.
The Infernal Grasp is so cheeky.
How many Magic the Gathering matches you think have been ended by 2 Infernal
Grasp
Grasp on your own creatures? I can't think. That's a lot.
I would bet not that many. I don't think Infernal Grasp has ever seen play in Constructed at the same time as an Aristocrats style of deck. I feel like Wizards has been afraid of having a standard legal Aristocrats deck ever since Cauldron Familiar took place. Which, fair. As someone who loves Aristocrats, like, I could put I could put Cauldron Familiar and Oven in this cube. You can even get it with Urza Saga. I'm not going to do that. Playing against that deck is horrible. I can't believe it. The Infernal Grasp was just...
The opponent is pulling out basics.
Typically in top 64, they drop once they finish.
Oh, I see.
Because they're eliminated.
I
think they can continue, but I think...
I will never understand this spike life.
Yeah, I mean, I maybe understand why our villain feels demoralized after...
Listen, I know all about feeling demoralized.
But
By Max, especially.
It's true. Plus, one of the benefits, they can grab lunch before the next draft.
Yeah,
now,
that's fair enough.
That is pretty cool.
Yes. I could certainly see dropping after round 2. Yeah. We're going to take a quick break, and we'll be back for the next round.
Awesome. Thank you all. We are back with Boston Cube Party, round 2 of the top 64 in Bodleian Cube.
All right, so Max did a great job round 1. with Luris, and without Luris for that matter. Max also using the most horrifying playmat ever made.
Max told me while I was over there. That he was really excited for Alex to see this playmat surprise when he came back from the break. So he's very excited about it.
I dislike it. I believe Andy probably has shut off the stream after seeing this playmat.
An interesting fact for the drafters, I pulled some records in the break. This is the 35th event draft of this cube.
Wow. Congrats.
In Hedron Network. And this is only 3 times in those 35 drafts has a Luris companion deck gone 2-1 or better. So if that gives you an idea of the relative frequency of this is actually pretty unique for this cube's overall base at drafts.
Wow, you just jinxed Max into his first mulligan. Unbelievable.
Max's opponent, Casey, smashed me in the companion cube, so I'm interested to see how this goes, which does mean they're the villain twice.
Okay, okay. Well, now as Max draws his opening hand, you were saying off mic that you think feminism has gone too far?
Oh my God, Alex. I did not say that. Alex did, in fact, say, though, that he was going to try to start a fight with me during this coverage, and I think we're seeing the early inclinations of that. Chris is losing it over on the side here. Welcome, Samp, to the chat as well. Okay, we have got the monkey.
Okay, yeah. I mean, what a mulligan. Oh, okay.
So
okay.
This is an iconically bad first mana play against Ragavan because
love it.
you can't block it. Oh no! So
bright glass decks sure don't love to have that exiled.
No, that's pretty brutal. So Casey has a really cool deck. When I was wandering around the table, it's a very interesting green-white
saga.
You could call it tokensy, mavericky, blinky, lots of different stuff going on. But
what a start! Oh my God.
Staff,
one of my
very good
cards.
Against Ragavan.
One of my favorites.
I also love Staff of Storyteller. I got to print a new token envelope with the new art.
I did notice that, and frankly, it's unacceptable. And
Max once again leading with Urza Saga early. Really wants to get those constructs out on the board. That treasure token synergy with Ragavan coming into play.
You know, getting Bobble, getting Spellbomb to get Ragavan in there if that's possible.
It's a good point. It's always card neutral, at least with the Bobble. You go down a mana, but low curving deck can afford that better than most. But
and I guess he did mulligan, so maybe he just doesn't have a ton of action in his hand.
All right, so we're seeing a 3-mana play. Ooh, it is Grist the Hunger Tide, one of my personal favorite Magic cards.
I can imagine.
So Grist.
Oh, it's so good.
I'm really interested to see what kind of toolbox things Casey have. If Casey has Birthing Ritual, Eldritch Evolution, stuff like that to be able to get. We milled, it looks like a Celestia land. But yeah, Grist is going to be very potent at shooting things down, making 1/1s. I think Grist is the kind of mid-range grinding engine that Max's deck is going to have to come up with an answer to. I think it's one of the cards that can really take a game over when you play it at parity or when you're ahead. It's just going to kill the first big thing that comes down.
Sure. Oh, the boots. Oh, so they can get a
1, 2, 3, 4,
attacking?
5. So the construct will be a 6/6 on this attack.
So he can attack with both constructs, and he'll have to block with both to save Grist. This is smart, really getting after Grist immediately. Yeah.
Yep. And when we're talking about how to answer a Planeswalker, attacking for 11.
You do need to tap that mana, yep.
Yeah, so this is an attack for 11. If I'm Casey, I'm really surprised this has happened. It kind of came out of nowhere.
I mean, sometimes a saga be like that.
Yeah, I mean...
It was interesting. We didn't even mention the boots.
They're all attacking Grist.
Yes.
And so...
Max pointing to us because he knows we need that info.
Yes, once again, a man of the people. Bones is upset that I've rejected the yes and improv technique. Interesting. I like blocking to protect the Grist. I think Grist is a way out against these constructs, and if I'm this deck, I see
torn.
another answer to those constructs in hand.
I was about to say I'm torn there just because
I think that makes it even.
I guess
we have just got
just make,
and then we're gonna kill a construct immediately.
Staff of the Storyteller, sure.
Yep.
Okay.
That's the thing. I think Grist is your way to fight back on a value axis against these. I think this green-white deck, I guess it's Abzan, but I think this green-white deck has plenty of ability to make 1/1s. Those aren't going anywhere.
That's fair.
The 1/1s are a reliable resource for Casey's deck.
Yeah, that makes a lot of sense.
Casey's deck is really sick.
I do think they missed a
Staff of the Storyteller token trigger.
Yeah,
that is definitely true.
Now I feel extremely close to them as someone that has missed 1,000 of these. Okay, so we're getting an untapped shock.
Yep.
I mean, I guess you have.
So we're bolting ourselves here.
Thank you.
All right. Chris, a true hero of Boston Q Party and coverage everywhere, is going to tell them that they have a third Staff of the Storyteller trigger.
Max asserting dominance by upping their dice.
Thank you, Chris, for the assist. I think this game is in a really interesting spot. We, of course, haven't seen the Luris come out yet.
Oh,
no. Well, Max said...
K-Command does do this sometimes. I mean, I guess you draw a card unless you have some sort of instant speed interaction here, right?
Yeah, there's some... No, they have a very good 2-mana flash threat in hand.
Okay.
And so I don't think they're going to draw the card.
Ooh, okay.
I'm curious if they let the... Oh, interesting.
What did we hit?
Hit Elvish Mystic.
Oh. All right.
Yeah.
Easy enough.
So we're going to see why. Yep. So we have Felia, Exuberant Shepherd.
Okay. I mean, that's a good one against tokens.
I'll pull up the unaltered version so folks can see the art on that card.
Oh, another
no. Another Infernal Grasp, the MVP of Max's gameplay experience. We've got a Birds of Paradise. That bird is going to get slaughtered by a robot this turn.
Loneliest Birds of Paradise I've ever seen.
Oh no.
Max is absolutely the villain in this game.
Yeah, I think that Max is the villain now. I think that Casey is playing a really cool deck, and that Max has just had it all.
If you're Max here, do you make a construct? Or make a servo?
Luris to hand.
Oh, I see. That makes more sense. Okay.
Oh, man.
I definitely didn't forget about Luris. That's not something that could
so
have ever happened.
Casey, honestly, I think these are just some bad beats for Casey. I think that Max has had the right answer at the right time every time for what's going on.
Yeah, this game feels like one of those games that if I played, I'd be like, if I won the die roll, this would have gone so differently.
I do think die roll is a relevant factor here, right? I think that if we look at this,
Ragavan into Firebolt
is just a very potent set of stuff.
Yeah.
We keep that Noble Hierarch around, or the Ragavan has to wait, which means that we're
turn
playing, Grist a turn earlier,
Yeah.
which means it can block the Ragavan. I mean, if the Grist had stuck around for one more turn to kill a construct, we would have a totally different game on our hands. Will Green Suns do anything for 3? Really curious to see what we're getting here.
So
can't get Grist. We can get Ewit for Staff of the Storyteller. Okay, so I mean, we've got blockers, and we got card advantage.
Yeah, against Retrofit or Luris, I'm still not feeling great, but
no, I agree.
It does prolong the game. I like that play.
Yeah, and Max can Luris and Spellbomb here to get rid of one of those blockers inherently. Yep. Now he just has to decide, does he kill Ewit or does he kill the Flyer?
I think, yeah. Kill Ewit. You don't have the mana to boots. Oh, I was gonna say, you don't have the mana to boots up, but right, you have a mana dork.
I don't think he has the mana to put boots on Luris.
Right?
Oh,
Because of the
Elvish
motion.
Mystic.
Yeah.
Wow.
He has the stolen mana dork to get it. What an insult.
1, 2,
So 4, 5,
3,
6.
4?
Oh.
No, it's just 4, right?
Oh, for the construct.
4 for the construct.
And then
Ragavan, 4 for
6
the
more.
Luris.
So
And then
10.
So you have to block Luris or construct or you
Yeah.
die here.
So Ragavan
Even
gets
though we
through
wanna block the
again. Yeah.
This is a really tough spot to be in if you're Casey. I think Max really highlighting. Oh, Deep Forest Hermit.
Probably not getting cast, but
No, but
that
one
would have
of the
been a good
cards
one.
that would have been
Yeah.
able to swing the game back.
Puts a lot of stuff on the board.
Because notably, our hero here, or our villain here, that is a card.
What is it?
Oh,
Okay.
oh, they had to tap it to draw on that turn. It was Gruff Triplets,
Okay.
which is a card. So
Sure.
I think on the play, Casey's deck is going to be a totally different game. If Casey plays a mana ahead for that whole game, we have a very different outcome.
Yeah.
I know that life total wasn't close at the end, but I feel like the K command at the right time, the Infernal Grasp at the right time, the Spell Bomb at the right time. I mean, clearly Max is playing an incredibly strong set of games of Magic here, but
Max is bringing in. Is that Blood Artist?
what are you thinking if you're Casey right now?
It didn't seem like they had the type of interaction to go long, or value to go long. Now maybe with like Bright Glass or something, you can do that. But for me, I wanna get out of the gate fast. Obviously, a mana dork on turn 1 would be ideal.
All right, so we're bringing in Emeritus of Abundance, and we're taking out Springheart and Nantuko. Emeritus of Abundance, really big body. Recursive value against the Luris.
Huh. But Nantuko.
Oh, they
okay.
changed their mind.
Springheart Nantuko's just so. It is one of those value engines that can compete with Luris.
Can you put that on Bright Glass Gearhold?
Yes.
Yeah.
So now we're gaming.
Max's fiance in the chat says, I figured out what a Bodleian is.
Oh,
You are not stupid. Almost no one knows what a Bodleian is.
yes. No one knows how to pronounce it for sure.
And for the record, chat, they typed, I'm stupid in the chat. I was not suggesting that not knowing would be stupid.
No, yeah, I think you just said that just right now.
Alex did off camera, though, tell me that people who can't pronounce the word Bodleian shouldn't be allowed to draft Cube.
I said live, but yeah, that's fine.
Oh my God, Alex.
All right, here we go. Ignoble. See, that's called
right.
yes and.
Now, see, here's the difference, though, right? So we're actually getting to
literally
see it.
yes. Exactly.
The ignoble on turn 1 means
I mean, a 3
that
drop. It usually
we are
just
playing.
does it.
Yeah, okay. And so, what does Ragavan do here? Now he has to clear 2 blockers. Play draw disparity, definitely a big part of Magic the Gathering.
Well, it's very nice when you say something and then the drafters demonstrate it.
Yeah,
for
exactly.
you.
We have a hypothetical situation that played out. I don't know if Casey is as excited to see Ragavan come back on turn 1.
You almost never feel good with it on the other side of the board, but this is about as
I think
good
you're feeling
as you can
okay
feel.
here.
Yeah.
You know, again, a situation where Kolagon's command could ruin the day. However,
Yep.
because
Again.
Max is
Yep.
on the draw, He cannot have the mana for Kolaghan's Command here.
I'm sure Max will somehow figure out a way to win with Infernal Grasp. Okay.
All right, looks like we got Julian in the chat rooting for Max. Hello,
bonjour.
Julian.
How's France treating you? Oh, am I doxing? Can you dox with an entire country? All right.
Marionette Apprentice. But I think this is exactly what Casey wants to do in this matchup. They seem like they're a proactive deck that wants to be going bigger than what Max is doing and then closing the game out. And right now they have a dominating board presence. Monumental Henge coming into play tapped because there is no planes for those who are unaware. This is a Modern Horizons 3 land, which you need a planes, and it lets them pay 4 and tap it, so 5 mana total, to get a historic card from the top 5 in their library.
All right.
Which is a good inevitability engine in a game where that could matter.
All right, bring up this Enduring card.
All right, so this Enduring Vitality is going to let us tap any of our creatures for 1 mana of any color.
Oh, for example.
All right.
What did I say? Gosh.
Infernal Grasp killing Thalia, that's... But again, we now have access to 7 mana.
That's
if we want it.
Wild.
Even though the Thalia died and Max is tapped out. And also, Max feels less comfortable making constructs. Plus, it's a 3/3 Vigilance. So...
Vigilance.
Can just jam in here.
What an annoying word.
Alex, tell us how you feel about Vigilance.
It has been used correctly on...
Oh my god.
Yeah. It has been used correctly on 1 card, and that card is Celestial Colonnade.
All right, so there's a really important... I think this is the wrong token envelope. Oh no!
Boo.
We have some DSB drawn Gruff Triplet tokens that I was really hoping that they were going to take out on stream. So Gruff Triplets... Chris, let's pull this one up. Gruff Triplets is...
This is away from... We are producerless. Oh, that means we can
say whatever we want here. So Gruff Triplets...
You were going to say some slurs, is that correct?
I was not, Alex. Alex is really trying to defame me live on chat. This is a no-and stream. Gruff Triplets, a 3/3 trample that makes 2 other 3/3 tramples, and if any of them die, the remainder get counters equal to the power of the one that died.
Sure.
So this is the kind of board state that Max is very afraid of. Max is great at trading 1-for-1 removal, but your 1-for-1 removal is not going to do it. I think this is where green-white wants to be in this matchup.
Yeah.
I'm curious to see what Max can do. I think this is the first time we have seen Max be this behind on board.
Absolutely.
Another circumstance where burn down the house would be incredibly clutch.
Oh, because it does 3 damage to everything?
It does 5 damage to everything.
Oh, 5 damage, yeah. Nice. Okay,
But-
well, this is a very annoying attack. Pull up triplets again. Do they all have trample?
Yes, all of the Gruff Triplets have tramples, so...
Right, they're all... Okay.
Yeah, they're all copies. They're
All right,
the Billy
so-
Goat's Gruff.
And now we have a 3/3 construct. So do you block a Gruff triplet?
Probably...
The Golem is a 4/4, is that right? Because...
no.
Okay.
The Golem is not a 4/4.
Oh, okay. That thing puts... The Golem Maker puts counters on
yes.
it. Okay, so
now it is.
Can
and
be a
all the Gruff Triplet... Oh, my God. The Gruff Triplet tokens also gets a counter.
All your tokens get counters?
Let's pull up
Incredible.
Sandstorm Salvager right here. 2 tap, put a 1/1 counter on each creature token, and they all get trample.
Oh, my God. Okay, so the servo block... okay, we're going...
Yeah, that is
Yeah.
lethal.
All
We are
right.
going
Well-
to game 3.
All right. Well, I would... Man, that enduring creature really just changed the entire scape of that. But also, as we saw, being able to go first probably changed a lot too.
Really, really relevant in this matchup.
Max gets to go first.
Yes.
Max, where did your Luris go? Oh, there it is.
I think-
it's blending in
I
with
think
the
Max
color.
is back to being the hero.
Okay, Max is the underdog.
Well, I feel like in the first match, we got to see him brutalize some folks, which was fun. In the second match, in that first game, I think he was the villain.
Yeah.
But that Gruff Triplets with Sandstorm Salvager was also villainous.
Yes.
And so when everyone's a villain, Max is back to the hero.
Well, this is where I like my Luris decks to have, big big spells that can give you outs to big boards like this. So you said Burn Down the House is a great one.
I think Meat Book Massacre, which we highlighted in the draft, would have been an incredibly strong card in that board state.
Yes, and obviously Max has made very good use of Blood Artist style effects. So having another one might have been interesting as well.
Absolutely.
But I always tilt towards Sunfall as it's just so powerful here. So
yeah, Bones in the chat. Sunfall's #1 fan. He really likes it in this cube. It's his favorite card to pack one, pick one.
I think now I'm out on it. All right,
that's the dark side of Bones.
Get a rabbit battery. Yeah.
All right.
I like Bones the Goblin gamer, not Bones the control gamer.
Well, all right. We see Gilded Goose.
We love it.
Very good at blocking Rabbit Battery.
Yeah.
Not as good at blocking Ragavan. All right, Marionette Apprentice again. So, this is honestly, I'm really excited to see this go to 3 because these are both not decks that I see super frequently coming up in the cube. Green-white ramp is Fanatic of Ronus.
Do we not have a second land over here? Oh, that's going to be brutal if it doesn't have a second land.
Bolt. Oh, he passed. Okay. I thought he cast that Obliterating Bolt instant speed. They were just playing very quickly.
Okay, this is wild. If the game. Okay. Well, that's helpful.
We are on a one-lander.
Yeah.
And I think that Max has a lot of a
one-lander against Lurrus is. Yeah, I guess the Fanatic sticks around is a whole different thing.
Three dorks in your hand. I see the temptation. I don't want to be wary of being too critical of the plays.
Well, do you think had the birds and cast the Gilded Goose?
I think they must have top decked the birds. Otherwise.
Yeah, so 2 dorks and 1 land. I guess you're on the draw. And I don't know. It's
all right. We have a Hasty Nethergoyf. I think we really need a land here. Otherwise,
well, I'm looking at a Gruff Triplets, which is probably not great. I'll be happy for Max if he wins this one, but this is a bummer because this deck is so cool.
This is a really cool deck, and you hate to see that happen, but only 2 mana.
Staff, I guess.
The staff is stalling for time, but
could draw you into another land, but I just don't think that's winning play here.
This is a really tough spot to be in. I feel for our villain here. Yeah. So we're playing the staff.
Yeah.
But we also, right now, if the birds dies, there's no white mana to draw off staff next turn to look for that other land. And so, all right. So we see Bristly Bill, we see Urza Saga. At least the benefit of that is that the Urza Saga is not. All right. I don't know how many counters are on the Urza Saga, but I was going to say this isn't that aggressive of a plan, but I was abjectly wrong.
Yeah, no. Max is not wasting any time.
3,
he has played
4,
very
5,
aggressive.
6, 7 damage coming in.
1, 2, 3,
I missed the
4,
servo.
5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah. And he's at 9.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. No, it's exactly 9 coming in. So he's got a block.
Yeah. I would recommend a block. That's just me. I'm a very good player,
Yeah.
But also, but we have a Marionette Apprentice as well, right? So
you have to block a 2-power creature.
Yeah, you just have to block the big ones, right? And
the goose is sticking around.
That didn't look like a happy.
We got a land.
Oh, that was not a happy land play either, but I get it.
So we have 3 mana.
Yeah.
What does 3 mana let us do?
Concede. Oh, what a bummer.
Heartbreaking game 3
Yeah.
in a very cool back and forth series up to that perspective.
Just needed that third mana source.
Oh,
Well, congratulations, Max. And now they will discuss.
yeah. Man. That's a really tough one.
Yeah.
The obliterating bolt on Fnatic of Ronus was definitely the defining move in that game. But I mean, I guess here's the thing. If it wasn't obliterating bolt, he never got to 4 mana to be able to cast that Fnatic back from the graveyard. I think that's heartbreaking to see.
But it's also just like having it be, one of the 2 red spells that exist that kill a 4 toughness creature is also just like, oh no.
That's true.
That is why O-Bolt is pretty incredible.
It is a black-red deck. There's so many black spells that kill that. And we know that Max doesn't have a lot of those, but
we know that Max would have
our
Infernal
villain here
Grasp
doesn't
somehow.
know exactly that's the case. And sure, Infernal Grasp could have been that as well.
But
yeah, always tough to see that. That's Magic the Gathering sometimes, but
it's the necessary but worst part of Magic. All right. We are going to take a few minutes. And
I want to say one more thing before we go to break. This does put Max officially into the 4th drafter at an event to go 2-1 or better with Allure's Companion deck out of 35 drafts. So we are seeing something really cool. They're now talking about how the burn down the house was the only way to get out of the Game 2 board state. And I love that Max is so emphatic that we can tell what they're talking about as they do it. I don't see that the other match has actually ended yet. So a little sneak peek. We have a Teamer Spells against a sort of Esper Tempo-y control shell deck. So one of those is going to be Max's opponent in the finals. But I think, I kind of want to keep going now. So we're looking, I think, at the opening hand, and we're breaking it down.
That's interesting. Yeah.
Okay, I missed it. It happened very quickly. But they added, so they had 2 dorks, and then they wanted to get that Enduring Vitality out to do it.
All right, and so Max had sided in Blood Artist for Goblin Engineer, or brought in Blood Artist.
He's been siding Blood Artist in quite frequently in the matchup, which I really like. I think when you got Luris, you got lots of things dying. It just makes sense to be able to do it. Oh, Max is coming over.
What did you think about Take Tone? What are your thoughts on Take Tone?
I gave my thoughts on TikTok.
You want to cut to us for a second?
So
so we've got Max hot off of the game match 2 victory.
Oh yeah, I should probably speak in their microphone so they can hear me. God, that was that game too. I had the 5 damage sweeper in my hand. I didn't have double red. Also that thing gives trample, so I died instead. Yeah. But I was still gonna probably lose the game, even if I like top deck Mountain or whatever.
Yeah, it was crazy. So we were talking about how in that. So how did that feel overall? How do you feel coming out of that match? Do you feel like, did you going into game 3 particularly? Were you nervous?
I was worried. I think their ability to play Mana Dork into larger threat. I don't have a ton of actual kill spells. I've got some shocks and stuff like that. So I'm much better at fighting the small stuff than the big stuff. So I think I got lucky to win that. I think on average I lose that more often than I win. They kept a 1-lander and didn't find it. They were talking to me, so we were talking at the end of the game there. He had both Goose and Birds of Paradise in hand. And he led on Goose, because he's Goose is probably more likely to survive. But my thought was, I saw the Goose, I had a kill spell in hand. I'm not going to kill this one-time Mana Dork when there are real threats for this thing to answer. And obviously then he played the thing that got destroyed by my 4 damage, because I think his thought was if you can get to a second mana and put a 1/4, that does block a lot of my ground. So yeah, it just kind of lined up well, and then he didn't draw it, and so
yeah, it's true. But we were talking about that, and you've got a lot of black removal as well, or at least could. I think you don't have as much.
I don't have as much.
I don't think that your opponent knew that necessarily, and so there's definitely a risk associated with.
Yeah, they were definitely more scared of removal and Doomblades and things like that. And I mostly have shocks. I mostly have shocks. I have the 1 Infernal Grasp, which has been great on all targets. It's actually exclusively killed my creatures and dogs.
Yeah, we don't love to see the Infernal Grasp against the dogs, but as a whole, it's been incredibly potent in your deck. You've used it to great effect. Honestly, that was a really cool match. It was funny because we were talking about in game 1 how being on the play mattered so much. The difference
There
between
was such a big difference.
Ragavan Hierarch is a play
It,
draw
it
dependent.
was my only black source for a huge part of the game. My only black source was the fact that I could connect. I was able to force Ragavan through.
Yep, and we think that they probably keep Grist. If Grist comes out a turn sooner, Grist takes over that
Yeah.
game, and it destroys
And I
all
can
the
never
Urza
kill it.
Saga tokens, and then it becomes doing
Yeah.
that. And then in game 2, we actually just got to see the inverse of that, which is so cool.
I had a monkey. The funny thing is, the monkey was off the top, which was great. I was like, oh, okay. I wasn't gonna do nothing on turn 1, so the monkey off the top was good. But yeah, it was because I was on the draw. They were able to play a mana dork, and then I was like, okay, I've got this monkey, and then like here's a brick wall, and
Yeah,
I
Sandstorm Salvager.
yeah, I could kill the 3/3, but for
And
what
they trade
effect?
a 1/1
Yeah, I was like,
against
that doesn't end up very good for me. So
No, it was a pretty explosive start for them. I didn't realize that they were going to be such a high curving deck. The Gruff Triplets was obviously
Gruff Triplets, limited all-star Gruff Triplets.
yeah.
It's funny because I don't think that card saw any play outside of like that limited format.
No,
But being like a 6-star. Also, Sarah, 'cause I'm going to speak directly to Sarah, which is that look, I'm wearing my Serious Goose shirt today because this is how I play well. Sorry.
no. I love the interaction between you and your partner in the stream. I think that's a charming part of the interview that we're doing here.
I will have to look at it later to see what she says. Look
She
at that.
says, "Aw,
Yeah, that sounds about right. I love you too, Sarah.
awesome." So, what are you thinking going into game 3 or match 3?
So my first thought is I actually played this opponent in finals of the second cube, and I got bodied. Their deck was just way better than mine. So there's definitely a boogeyman in my head that's just like my deck is not gonna like their deck is just gonna be way better than mine.
Which opponent is that?
I think their name is Morgan.
Okay.
They're the last person at the table.
Okay.
So yeah. So I know that they're like good. So it'll be curious. I don't know anything about their deck. I didn't like look or anything. So, but I feel my deck is good, but it definitely has weaknesses. Like it is definitely lighter on removal than I would like it to be, especially if a thing has like more than 3 toughness. But I'm hoping, honestly, I think the real answer is I'm hoping they're trying to play a small game, and I can stop that. I can use my removal spells to stop that, and then put us into a longer game where I win through my like engines or
It
whatever.
does feel like that is where your deck's sweet spot is. Here's an interesting fact. This is our 35th Event Cube Bodleian draft.
Oh, sure.
It's only the 4th time a Lurrus deck has gone 2-1 or better.
Oh,
as a
really?
companion. So we really
Okay.
don't see the companion
It's
that frequently.
Okay, I that doesn't surprise me actually because there's your deck, the curve of the cube is not so small that it's free. I definitely like had to pass a lot of cards I couldn't take. And if I'd gotten Lurrus anything other than the first like 5 to 10 picks, I don't think I would do anything. I'd maybe play it, but
Yeah, I to be fair, I think it's a great main deck card, but I definitely saw that you were experiencing that tension.
yeah, I was like, I mean, I during pack 3, I was like, okay, I've got lands, and I had white lands. Like I was like, I can take any card that is green, red, black, or white. I just need something that is a legal card for me to do, and I had to just like scratch the like bottom of the barrel to get there.
When you wield the Pest Infestation, we were talking
I was
about,
so happy.
we were talking about that card as a serious contender. You slid it out of the pack. You was clear that it was on, I forget what you took over it.
Yeah, I think at the time I
I think it was a stomping ground.
if it was Stomping Ground, I think that was a mistake. But if it was a land, I think I needed spells at the time. But I might not have realized that at the time.
I think it was your first.
It might have been my first like untapped green source or
I
something.
think that was the case.
That might have been
and
it.
you had enough fetches to be able to make that happen. Yeah,
Yeah.
I was so surprised to see it wheel, but it was sort of like we saw you pass these cards and we were like, I don't know exactly how many playables Max has. But
I
we're
knew
like,
it was
did he
not
get
enough.
there? And we were like, he could probably be a couple playables light.
I-
If you
I,
chose to
like-
do field instead, like there was
I could
build
field. I
where
could
you
like. I think like I know Alex was arguing for saying an 18 lane deck. I think 18 lane deck for Lurrus is totally fine, especially with
agree.
like
you have Restless
retrofit
Vance
with a
too.
retrofit. Yeah, I think I could have played 18 lands. But yeah, I definitely was like keeping an eye on that.
Yeah, and then you wield the Blood Artist, which has come into play a couple of times.
Yep. It's
You
actually
wield
out of the sideboard. I actually don't think I have enough stuff. I want it more if my opponent has stuff.
Mm-hmm.
If it is a creature combat mattering thing, I want it. But outside of that, I think my opponent's ready to go. So I
Okay.
think we're gonna get going.
It looks like we're ready to go.
All right.
We're gonna jump right in. Good luck, Max, in round 3. All right. So our opponent, the final boss for Max, in their journey to potentially be top 8 in BCP a second time in a row. It was great to get to hear some of Max's perspective on what was going on in the drafts. We are keeping the cursed playmat for. Oh, we're not.
Oh, all right. Well, I guess
The
we got
playmat
Boston on Boston.
transformation. Boston Cube Party last year, Matt, versus this year, Matt. Ollie does such a good job getting artists to do work on the mat.
Agree.
Truly one of the many great things they do for this fantastic Cube event. For the folks who aren't here, the venue is just absolutely gorgeous this year. We're on the second floor mezzanine looking out on all the Cube drafters below us. The top pod is, over to our left, but we're having a great time.
Chris, do we have a drone shot? Okay. Hello.
Chris is thinking about buying a drone for the next Cube event. I can see it. The facial expression is unbelievable. I think we're gonna get it.
Oh, that's exciting.
I'm really excited. Hello, Aqua in the chat.
Oh.
Very nice to hear from you. We also wish you could have made it this year.
Miss you, Aqua. All right, so do you know anything about the deck that Max is playing against? Are we giving away a Sunfall with the incubator token? It could also be Chrome Host Seed Shark,
They do
right?
have Chrome Host Seed Shark in
Okay.
their deck. So they are I saw them win their first game by casting 3 Time Warps.
Oh,
They won their
no.
first matchup doing that. Their
All right.
opponent was very gracious about it. It was definitely a pretty crazy loop that they set up, but they are in the Esper. Let's go with Esper mid-range is probably the most. Let's find out if it's mid-range tempo or control.
Okay.
I think we'll see as we play, but it's an Esper deck. It's got some turn stuff going on. All right, we're going to hit with the drone
Okay.
shot for
Here
a second.
Here comes our drone.
If this is working correctly, you are now all seeing Chris pan over the entire event.
And I assume Chris is dedicated enough that we'll just throw the phone so that you can really get a full overhead.
All right, so it looks like we have a preordain.
Okay. I haven't seen that printing of preordained.
That is the new Strixhaven Mystical Archive
I see.
preordain. I don't know if I like it more than the old border preordain.
It's not blue enough for my taste. It's
I
like
think-
too dark.
I think that the Mystical Archive frame looks better with the full scroll work to really make the text pop.
I
I
agree.
could see myself swapping the old border one back in. I wanted to try it out. I love the frame, but
Well, I'm glad you're taking your L's
hello, Ollie, in the chat.
on chat.
Oh,
All right, so we
we
have
couldn't
our
see it on this.
turn
I don't
one.
know if that means that it didn't. Ah,
Okay.
Okay.
So, what is this deck gonna do about Ragavan?
Bones says it was very cool. All right, what did I miss, Alex? Oh, we have another monkey.
That's right. Turn 1. Is this a clue just hanging out? What is that?
There's a copy token that's
It's
just
a
been
copy.
lingering on the board for a
I-
while. That's
honestly-
a Tarkir Dragonstorm copy,
Okay.
which I think is something on the back too. All right,
Uh,
So- Emperor of Bones.
just attack into it, right? Oh no, never mind.
Malcolm is exiled.
Yeah, sure.
All right, Chainsaw is revving up.
What is with these two and their token management?
The token management is a little loose.
Listen, I'm a worse
Ponder.
player, but at least I have some self-respect.
I see plenty of things in hand.
Chainsaw notably only pumps power, correct?
Correct. Chainsaw is plus X plus O, where X is the number of counters on it.
Sure. But getting rid of Emperor Bones, pretty good, gotta say.
Yeah, I think Emperor Bones is probably one of the cards that Luris least wants to see.
Yeah.
All right, so we kept the top for Ponder. We didn't shuffle. And now I assume we have to have... Oh,
Okay.
we're eroding Ragavan.
So we get a
And
basic.
Max is going to get a land. Yes, you've got this, Max. That's how the card works.
Max gets a second swamp.
Oh. Watch this, Andy.
All right. So we're Oh, you can take artifacts, right?
Yeah.
Right.
I think the Retrofitter Founder is pretty tempting, but maybe you think you can beat that in the long game. What do you take here?
Well, I don't know this deck. You're tapped out, so yeah, I think you take Retrofitter just because I would assume this Esper deck does not want to deal with
Yeah, and you see
a
the Saga
non-creature
on
on
the battlefield.
board. Yeah, there you go.
Or you see the Saga on the hand,
Yeah.
rather.
So I think that's too much value. So let's see here.
All right, Saga coming in.
Yep. Okay, Marionette. I was
And
thinking
Max
maybe
is a
seek
mana
the-
up because of that erode. So the Ragavan was costly.
and a treasure. Like Max has 5 mana available.
Mayhem Strength in the chat. This is Bodleian Cube. We're in the top 64. Winner of this goes into top 8 of Boston Cube Party number 3. Game 1. Our hero is Max, and our villain is playing Esper, but I can't see their name tag.
Oh no, the opponent's name is Alex? Oh boy.
Their name tag looks like it starts with an M, so that's interesting.
Okay. Malix, the classic Malix. Max, you don't need to
Oh my
draw a
God.
treasure. They're all maybe they don't know they're in the player token
Morgan is our villain here.
Morgan. Okay.
Apologies, Morgan.
Max.
Max really demonstrating that everyone from Baltimore is a good artist.
Oh wow. Okay. Can someone please help these poor children?
No, I think this is honestly.
What is the copy's still there? This would drive me insane.
I think the copy has a treasure on the back.
That's incredible if true.
Maybe not, though.
All right.
Thank you, Chris.
Thanks.
The
Chris.
hero of the stream once
Yeah.
again.
Oh, we have
Snap.
Treasure
Oh,
Cruise.
I thought that was Snapcaster, but it's Treasure Cruise.
Yes.
I couldn't see the art.
All right.
Oh, a Raw Dog Miss Syndicate Naga is not exactly the card I want here.
I mean, I guess you just worried about servo.
Yeah, let's.
Okay. Oh, all right. Oh, 2 1-drops. You love to see it.
That was our Seek the Beast. Let's pull up Miss Syndicate Naga real quick. It's basically it's a 3/1 that makes a copy of itself when it does damage, but your ideal case here, you ninja this in so that you get it as a blocker and an attacker at the same time. 3/1 really hard to connect with, as you can see on this board state. But
Yeah. And we haven't really seen a ton of creatures from this Esper deck so far. Hey, there we
Greg coming
are.
in with the treasure token,
Absolutely.
confiscating
Great. Yeah.
Max's hand-drawn treasure token.
Thank you. All right.
Okay.
So where are we putting? Oh, okay. This is
I don't know. This is
where you.
it's interesting, right? The Miss Syndicate Naga is going to profitably block something, and it seems like maybe Morgan is just looking to extend the game. Bone says Seek the Beast must feel
Oh.
amazing in a Luris deck. Yes.
Wow. Interesting attack with. Huh.
Yeah,
Did not.
these are better Magic players than us.
Right. I didn't
But-
see this line.
I don't yet see why we did that. And I'm not embarrassed to admit that live on coverage, which will be on the record forever.
Okay, and we don't have. We do have the ability to make a construct because of the treasure.
Oh, yes.
And so you are attacking with 2 constructs next turn. So maybe Max is just wanting to clear the board for that. Ledger Shredder is not going to be big enough to block the constructs and
Especially
live.
because we're probably spending mana on another construct right now.
Sure.
Max has a lot of cards in hand. I forgot that they were.
All right. So now we just equip the boots and go crazy. Oh, right. We forgot a trigger.
Chainsaw has a counter.
That's a delayed.
It's a delayed trigger.
Yeah.
Yeah. Engine flooded a little bit, but we're gonna get there.
All right. I mean, Ledger Shredder does trigger a lot when you have Luris out.
That's
but
true.
I think it might have to be a blocker pretty quick here.
I'm curious what kind of wraths our Esper player has here, both in the main and in the sideboard for game 2 and game 3. This does feel like a matchup. This could be a deck with Sunfall in it. I don't know.
We haven't seen a Sunfall yet, that's for sure.
Nope. Max throwing Pest Infestation on the ground.
Yeah, and if you take, if you are a Sunfall player, you do take the Retrofitter, I suppose. Yeah, that makes sense.
Bones is crapping on Max in the chat for missing the Sunfall trigger.
For missing the what trigger?
The chainsaw trigger.
Chainsaw trigger, yes.
Oh, we're at 2.
Okay, so maybe this is a Sunfall if you're just taking.
Or you're
you just block.
I think you're just hoping. I think you're. Oh, I see. I see
What
you.
do we have?
Oh,
What is
that's not what I thought we were seeing.
that? Okay,
Time Warp.
What card got played first there?
Flitterwing Nuisance. Let me pull
okay.
that up.
That's
This is a new ECL card. It enters with a -1/-1 counter.
We also missed a Ledger Shredder trigger there.
and
Ledger Shredder
did we?
triggered because he played the Nuisance and then Time Warp, right?
Oh yeah.
That might be too late to run it back.
Yeah, I don't know.
But
Greg is watching. I think they missed the Ledger Shredder trigger.
okay,
They Ledger
got it.
Shreddered? Okay.
Okay. Oh,
Oh,
I see.
Perfect. Look at us slowing down the game by being unobservant.
We should start yelling at them more. Just throw them off their game. See, real test of skill. All right, so what?
So yeah, Flitterwing has this sort of coastal piracy one-time effect that it can activate by removing counters on it.
Okay.
And now we're Kaitoing. So we have got multi-format all-star, Kaito Bane of Nightmares. It's a ninja on your turn, and a planeswalker on the other turn. It's got hexproof.
Okay, so this was just a desperation? I was wondering. Okay.
Yeah, okay. So they were just going to... Yeah.
All right, Max gets their game 1.
Yeah.
That was pretty impressive. I'm not sure if the opponent just didn't draw very well, but Max really, I think, getting the Ragavan hit in, getting the treasure, getting the ramp off of exercise. Exercise? What's that card? The
Erode.
Erode.
Yeah, I think Max's first 2 picks really showing up. I think Urza Saga really demonstrating there how good it is at picking apart and how good Lava Spur Boots is at making Urza Saga a proactive card. I think it's easy in Cube in particular. I tend to think of Urza Saga as being a little more reactive because it's this grindy value engine, but he's attacking for 8 to 10 damage.
Yes, it's interesting to go from, a bunch of maybe like 2/1/1s and a treasure to then, a 4/4 and a 5/4 haste coming at you the next turn. I've seen that line in Vintage Cube a little, but it's very cool to see it here.
Yeah.
All right, so what are we worried about from the Esper deck? Sunfall.
I think we're worried about better removal, particularly exile removal coming in on the board. Wraths being the number 1 thing. And then I'm curious if we have... I'm worried about Prismatic Ending and other cards that can actually destroy Urza Saga because they're not limited to non-land permanents.
Okay. What about... I guess I would also be worried about Emperor Bones if it can be protected.
Emperor Bone, yeah.
Did we see any stack interaction at all?
We saw Dreams of Steel and Oil, which is how they took the
hand
Retrofitter.
interaction,
And I'm not thrilled to see that card as a Luris player.
Sure.
We're preordaining.
Sure. I wonder if if you just don't put Luris into hand until you can cast Luris.
Yeah, it's an
But
interesting
I don't
point.
know if you also having the discipline to hold Dreams of Steel and Oil might be.
Rabbit Battery in on 1.
I'm not. I gotta say, I've soured on Rabbit Battery.
In you don't like it in your deck, or you don't like the gameplay pattern?
I love the gameplay pattern. I feel like it's a little underpowered these days.
I am really fond of it. I think it does some really interesting stuff, but I agree that it's, Magic is just pushing out more and more and more stuff.
Obviously,
Urza Saga again. Oh man, the obliterating bolts I think has been an MVP in this year.
Killing these 4 toughness.
I love that card. We're gonna pull up obliterating bolt not because I don't think you know what it does, but because the art is just incredible, and I would like to showcase. Like, look at this mage just blasting this Urza construct. I guess his name is Pero,
That's incredible.
and he's smoking that thing.
All right, so we have another main phase Miss Syndicate. Oh, and Chainsaw. Just doing the thing. Put a counter on that Chainsaw, Max. There you go. Oh,
I'm interested that we didn't.
that was the wrong order, but okay. So Max is allowed to make mistakes. We'll kill him for it, but
to be fair to Max, it's definitely possible that if the chainsaw didn't resolve for some reason, that they were going to do something different. Right? Maybe he has another removal spell, and he's, you want to make sure that the Kitsa is gone.
oh, it was a Kitsa. Okay.
Yes.
I thought that was the Miss Syndicate. That makes more sense. Okay.
Because that Kitsa is a problem. And it's a big enough
Yes.
problem, right, that Max was willing to not make a construct for that turn in order to remove it.
It's so unlike Max. Okay, so now you don't get Lava Spur Boots, right? Because you have a haste enabler already?
yeah, I think you get.
Oh, okay.
You do.
I mean, it does.
Oh, it looks like in his hand he might have. Interesting.
Like,
I'm surprised it's not Retrofitter, but maybe I could just be wrong.
yeah.
I agree. You kind of already have a haste enabler, so we'll see. It feels like Max definitely has a less commanding board presence this game. I think he's ahead on board.
I mean, also, again, going down on mana from Urza Saga is always a little bit annoying.
All right.
All right, so we're
Doing a big attack.
We're attacking for 1, 2, 3, 4,
Five on the
5,
construct.
6, 7.
Now, we're only
That's-
one card away in the graveyard from Delirium, too. Because we have land, enchantment, sorcery because of Urza Saga.
That's incredible, right?
Actually, that's a really interesting point. Had we gotten Bauble, we would have had Delirium for 2 more damage on the Dragon Rage channel.
Ooh. But yeah, but we wouldn't be swinging. Oh no, right? We can still swing with the construct with the red mana.
Oh, we can't because he played a 3rd land and had the construct gain haste.
Right. Okay.
Sphinx of Forgotten Lore.
All right. So now we have Delirium.
Yes.
Oh, right. He's counting.
We have 5 types. So Sphinx, flash flying. When you
We
attack?
have Preordained in the yard.
Yes. But I think the thing we should be afraid of if we're Max is the Time Warp that we saw. Because Time Warp, attack with Sphinx, Time Warp again is a lot of turns that we can take.
Okay.
But yeah, we're generating card advantage via Preordain.
Again, this feels a little desperate
Yeah,
to
it's
me.
it's
Not
definitely
that
not-
it shouldn't be desperate with what's on the board, but like Max has a lot of power, and some of it's going to fly coming in next turn.
yeah, we have 5 types.
No yawning, Jake. Get it together. It's
Sorry,
your
chat.
cube. It's not boring.
I think these matches have been a lot of things. Boring is definitely not one of them. I'm really excited with the showing that we've got here.
Oh,
Toxic Deluge.
How much are we talking here? All right. Down to
Only
8.
3.
Okay.
That is
Okay, that makes the attack a lot more understandable.
Yes, it does. Because then it drew a card. That was a 3 for 1.
All right, so I mean, you do have a Luris. Is it time? Okay. Now, have you been sandbagging Dreams of Steel and Oil? Is my question. I haven't seen that.
It is definitely an interesting interaction point on Luris decks that drawing your hand hate has this weird upside of
Yeah.
being able to snipe it. However, Luris Spellbomb is going to be a challenge. And that Chainsaw is going to make everything Luris plays out of the graveyard 3 power bigger.
Yeah, and
And
we
counting.
can just play a 3/3 flyer out of the graveyard, which
Yeah.
is pretty
3 mana to
good.
equip is plenty. It's a cost, but at some point Max is gonna have more lands.
Oh, and everything comes out of the yard with haste thanks to Lava Spur Boots.
Yeah,
So that's pretty great.
Max would really love a Stoneforge Mystic, I think.
All right. All right. I love it. I love it. Okay, so we can boot it up.
Oh,
Tidebinder on the boots.
yes.
Okay.
Which means that the boots don't do anything. Let's
Right.
pull up Tashana's Tidebinder.
Well, yes. As long as Tidebinder is in play, Tidebinder very famously can. Oh, nice. Very famously can die to a Pirate Spellbomb.
yes, that is true. Next turn.
All right, we have Bristly Bill in the yard, which is great. Yeah, from
It's
the
a
hand.
random card in
it's
hand.
not Mishra's. It's not Mishra's Bobble. It's Urza's.
Greg is no longer over there.
Okay.
All right, so we know we've got a land.
Okay, and you have to attack in the air, Max. Oh, okay. Well, that can't block favorably.
Doesn't have haste because the boots aren't on it.
Oh, right. You have to not attack, I believe. All right.
All right, I mean,
This is
it
interesting.
feels like the Esper player, if they can make some stuff happen here, they just need a little bit of action, and the Malcolm's going to help them get that. Oh, no, it isn't, because the Dragonite Channeler will eat it.
Can block, yeah. I mean, what you have here, I think, is like you need a second sweeper. Right? Like, if Luris is alive, I don't see what's happening here.
Removal spell for Luris.
Fair.
I think I'm happy to block with Malcolm to buy a turn.
I mean, yeah.
I guess the
Malcolm,
Spellbomb
right?
probably-
It's like you're taking lethal in the air from the
That reads like a sweeper to me.
yeah. Oh, we have a rewind. Oh, maybe he didn't realize that it was a 3/3 flyer. Pointing out
I
the
forgot that
saga.
The saga was an enchantment.
Yep. All right. Oh.
Trade.
Oh.
I see what they're about to do.
I did not like that trade.
How do you feel about it now?
Well, it's better now. Don't get me wrong, but I don't know.
I mean, this time walk
three
is mostly
life. Sorry, this time walk is mostly what?
explore.
Yeah. Okay. Fair. I mean, that's the problem with time walk is like sometimes you just don't know.
Yeah,
You know,
it's true.
You
Malcolm,
never
though,
know when
gets
you've
to
taken
loot
your
now,
last.
So that
You never know when you've taken your last
2 explores.
turn.
Okay.
Okay, flying.
So we are lower to the
Walkers.
ground than I think I thought in this Esper deck.
Well, that's. I mean, the ninja part made me wonder. All right. So we can do lethal, right? Hasty flyer plus spellbomb, or they're both flyers. They're both blocker flyers, right? Okay.
two
my bad.
1/1 flyers.
Okay. So no lethal this.
We are
turn.
missing the map token from Spyglass Siren. Oh, I think he used it and explored, and that's why he took that card off the top of
Sure.
his deck. That makes sense. Yeah. So we kill the Flitterwing Nuisance,
Right,
and then we
doing
kill
both.
the
Okay.
Malcolm.
All right.
Yeah. Pyrite Spellbomb is
now
so
you can-
devastating against the ninjas.
You can attack with yes. You can attack with Luris if you wish, right?
Yeah. It feels like
All right. So how many cards does our opponent have in hand? Is it
one,
just one?
and it's a land. Because we saw him
Oh.
explore it off the top.
Okay.
Them explore it off the
well,
top.
so do we have a colonnade activation?
There's not enough mana for it right now. The Colonnade can come out.
Okay.
Oh my. The Chainsaw Luris gaining 9 life is pretty devastating. I don't know.
That is incredible.
I don't know the tempo deck.
Okay. So let's see.
I think I see an Erode in that pile, which would be an answer to the Luris. Which I do think if you kill Luris, this game all of a sudden
It's very different. I mean, I don't know. Any creature Max gets is pretty
is pretty big. It can get
Brutal.
haste and
yeah, and a chainsaw,
Plus
but no
7, plus 7.
no trample.
but like one problem at a time, right?
Sure.
I think It's one problem at a time. You have to kill the Lurrus right now. It's
I agree.
already
What-
gained so much
I
value.
wonder what Max is holding.
Ooh.
Okay. Just straight exiling it.
That's really good.
All right.
Kind of a bummer. You'd love to use that on the chainsaw too, but
Sure. Let's see what we got, Max. Looks like he drew a land.
Chris, can you go tell them to take the counter off the chainsaw because the prismatic ending exiled the Lurrus?
Oh my gosh. Okay. It exiled.
Oh, is it fun?
Oh, okay.
Oh, okay.
This-
It just happened at the same time as the exile. My bad.
Okay, we got a game. Pest Devastation closed it out. Holy Christmas.
Yeah.
What a
I think-
series of matches.
I think Tempo has a really hard matchup against the inevitability that Lurrus provides.
Yeah.
Here, we as casters here are 1 for 3 on correcting the board. So nice work to us.
No, that's great. That's incredible work by Max, and wow, we really got to see some amazing games.
Yeah.
It's a shame we didn't have enough time for you to talk about your theories about 9/11, but you should be very happy about the cube.
You guys can't see me right now, but I'm face palming very hard based on what Alex just said. I love that Bones. No, it was a mistrigger from the turn prior. He's trying to save
Wow.
us,
Yeah.
and he can't because we
No.
weren't reading the chat. Congratulations to Max. That was a phenomenal showing. What a cool set of interactions that he did there. He just played so well.
Yeah, even when he was making plays I didn't understand, they turned out to be.
I
Very,
just think
very
his
smart.
deck. He really showed that Lurrus can be incredibly strong here, which of course we all know Lurrus is a very powerful magic card, but he really didn't make the lack of high mana spells look like a problem. Except against the green player.
Right.
I
Right.
think that, like Max, I think you had stepped away, but Max said that he felt lucky to have come up against the green-white player. He felt like he was supposed to lose that matchup more than he wins it. The tempo matchup feels very good for him.
Yeah. Yeah, I think yes. Getting by the big green deck
Yeah.
in the way that he did. And I mean part of that is also his that for a Lurrus deck he was able to go very hard very quickly.
And he won through
pressure.
Toxic Deluge.
Yes.
Right? It wasn't like a... Wow.
All right, feeling good about the cube, I hope.
I think so. I think we didn't really get to see Sylvan Safekeeper come back out. I did think it looked kind of oppressive in the matchup that it came out in, so I am going to have my eye on that. But honestly, looking at Max's deck, I think Max's deck is really cool, with the exception of maybe Safekeeper. There's nothing in there that I'm worried about. I think that is cool and intentional.
Bless you. That's interesting. I'll be interested to see what you think about Safekeeper. I haven't found it crazy powerful, but yeah, I don't love the gameplay on it either. So, okay.
Yeah, I think it's interesting because, I was actually worried that it would be sort of a problem with Titania, Baloth
Yeah.
Prime, things like that. But in that deck, it was good as just a late game, keep everything protected.
Yeah, I mean, I think, yeah, I guess, I mean, I know you do shy away from mom effects, and it is something like that, but it is, yeah, how much the actual sacking of a land affects things. Max needed a lot of his mana base, needed a lot of his mana, so.
Yeah. Hey, Max. No. You got to sit down. We're
Alright,
doing the
let's go.
winner's interview.
Oh, right. I guess I gotta do that. Someone, my cards are over there. I took a look at the picture. Hopefully they get it.
Alex, make sure the cards are safe. Looks like Gia's over there handling that.
I got what I wanted. Small creatures.
Congratulations.
Oh,
It's funny, right? So you said you wanted a small game opponent. I
You
knew
already
there was.
knew.
I knew what the deck was. To be fair, I wasn't sure exactly.
I drew a lot of removal spells very early.
You
which is
did.
Very helpful.
You
Also, Ragavan kept showing up. It's a great pack run pick one.
It's true. Your Ragavan showed up a lot. Your Urza Saga. I think the Urza Saga boots pick, I wasn't sold on it in the draft necessarily.
I
think
also wasn't sold on it.
I think, really demonstrated how proactive the card can be there. But yeah, the small game opponent, you had...
We were talking about it in the game, because we were like, what was the thing? Because he almost stabilized. It's me. He like almost stabilized, right, in terms of like swiping the board. And I was like, and so I was trying to describe it as like, one of the things about Lurrus decks is the companion rule is building like a very good deck. And Lurrus ends up sitting over there a lot of the time. There are a lot of games you don't need it, but because Magic is the way it is and plans go wrong and games tend to go on or something like that, or if your opponent interacts, Lurrus is just essentially the like safeguard of just like, I have this thing, I can go like full tilt basically. I can like plan around going full tilt because I got this backup engine. And I was like sort of thinking, he was like, no, it was Urza Saga. I'm like, oh no, he was right, because it was Urza Saga making like game one was just defined by 5/5 into 6/6 attack, like into like attack with haste, and then that one was defined by like me being able to like make like, even if I didn't make 2 constructs, just making 1 construct that comes in with haste, and I had other artifacts in the deck, which was definitely something I like noticed while I was doing the draft. I was like, okay, I've got Rabid Battery, that's an artifact. The servo from the thing is an artifact. I have like a little bit, so which, because Urza Saga is still not bad, even if it's making like a 3/3s, but when it's making 4/4s and 5/5s. Like,
yeah, you had a sort of emergent artifact synergy, is what I would call it in your deck.
Basically what it was. Urza Saga's really good, so let me just put some instant art. I mean, I had DRC, Goblin Engineer made it into the deck. I did one thing with it, which was the like tutor to get a chainsaw, but
yeah, I felt like Goblin Engineer actually had a lot of potential in your deck. You just never drew it, because like if you have Lurrus out and you're just like, well, put Bobble in my graveyard, I start drawing 2 cards.
It definitely has the option to like do something, which is why it was there.
Right, it's a cool tech piece, but we never actually got to see it like come out that frequently.
Ragavan stole the spotlight.
Yeah. I was really excited to see your deck play out this way, because I agree with you. Like, I think the fact that you were so tight on playables till right at the last minute demonstrates that, like, you see that Lurrus a few picks later.
I got, like, last pick season Pyromancer, and I was like, man, I really wish I could put this in my deck.
Yeah. But I'm really excited to get to see it. Honestly saw a lot of really cool decks. I love to see a Ninjas deck in the finals.
Yeah, that was cool.
That's sweet. I feel like that is one of my favorite decks in the cube.
Yeah.
Seeing a green-white ramp deck was really unique across. You had a really cool set of opponents.
They were good, and obviously they all made it here, so they were all good players. So it was a lot of like, the games were really close. The games were really good. For the like almost all the games were really good. There were a lot of really tight. Like, I think honestly that very first game kind of set the pace of just like, oh, this game was won on inches. You know, that was exactly like little bits of life point. And that defined most of the games kind of played out that way.
Yeah. The Infernal Grasp to end that game was just such a unbelievable start to this series. And I feel like you had all of these small edges that you accomplished by pulling all these different cards together, which is really cool for me to see as a designer, because the point of this cube is supposed to be you get to play with these busted cards, but you get to find these fun techie lines where they overlap in interesting ways to do cool things with them. And I feel like you got to do that.
Yeah, it was definitely, I mean, I was really happy when I saw the Lurrus, because I'm like, this kind of style of deck is one of the ones I love. I love inevitability engines, as I'm sure Alex is aware, but of like doing these things that are just like, I love being able to feel comfortable when the game goes long, basically. And getting to do that, I get to have like, essentially it comes from the idea of I get to make like the cards in my deck are planning around their interaction pieces, and then I have just like a few pieces that are like, we're gonna like stall the game out, no one's gonna be able to do anything, and then I will have these things that take over.
Yeah. Excuse me. One of the things we were talking about that I'm curious, I don't want to hold you up too much. I know you're probably excited to, start mentally preparing for that top 8 draft.
That's fine.
So,
but I'm only deciding, should I bring the other top 8 playmat for it? Sorry, continue.
No. I love that. So, actually.
Oh, Sarah has a question.
Sarah has a question.
This is a very important question.
I would like to know. Sarah, what's your question? Type it out.
I also am glad you all appreciated the. Oh,
Oh,
the joke for everyone else not knowing. We got engaged like 3 weeks ago. So, but yes, I will.
that is so sweet.
Yeah.
Congratulations on the engagement.
Thank you.
Congratulations on the top 8. My question for you is,
Mhm.
you said at the beginning you were most afraid of an aggro deck getting under you.
Yes.
Do you still feel like that is how you feel, having played through all 3 matches and kind of seen now, this is your 3rd draft of the cube,
I think so. I think third because I think it was the top 8 draft last year.
Yep.
And I've done it here, and I did it one other time at a CubeCon.
CubeCon free play.
CubeCon free play, where you know what the funny part is? I actually really remember that because James, we had too many people.
Right.
So James was like, actually, we're going to two-head a giant draft because he wanted to watch how I drafted because he's like, in very much the same, he's like, you always build these piles that just kind of go inevitability or like go over the top. And he's like, I want to see how you do that kind of thing. And I remember that experience is really fun.
Yes. So it's your 3rd time. Is aggro still what you would have been most afraid of now that you've seen it play all the way through?
I think lower, like very low to the ground aggro is still, honestly, I think having played it, I think actually the bigger decks, like I think the green decks are actually the thing that I'm most scared of. I think that was the toughest matchup because my removal often doesn't line up, and I kind of need to count on my cheap things killing their mana dorks and then having enough pressure, which I can't always apply depending on what I draw. I think that's probably the most problematic. Like I'd probably say, like highest is like those like bigger decks, and then like a ton of 1-drops aggro, which didn't seem I think people were fighting over it, which is why no one got like a bunch of 1-drops. And
yeah, there was no Boros drafter at this table.
Yeah,
which surprised me.
I think everyone else knew. I think people knew it, and therefore were like taking the like. I think like if you look at like the spread of like the red 1-drops and what, like I had 3 red 1-drops. Rad Battery putting in work as a card. I was just like, it's a card, but it was good. So
yeah.
Yeah, so I think there was just enough competition for those slots that no one ended up being.
Makes sense. When we saw the Winota pass through at the end of the
I
draft,
was so sad.
We were just
I
like,
love that card.
that tells me there's probably not a Boros drafter, or that Boros drafter is playing it incredibly safe.
Yeah, I love Winota. Winota's so cool.
I also love Winota. Awesome.
Yeah.
All right, final question for you. You're going to the top 8. What are you going to do?
Do we know what the top 8 draft? Do I know what? Am I allowed to know? What the top
I know
8
what
is?
the top 8 cube is. I can't tell you.
Okay, that's fine. I'll figure it out. I love not knowing things. My usual question when I sit down is like, hey, what's the mana base? And like, give me like the little spiel. But I love being able to figure it out. So I'm not that worried about doing that. I don't know. I'll probably draft something that wins the late game or whatever, and just plays honestly not that dissimilar to it. It'll be curious to see. You know, a lot of these tend to be like on the higher power. So which I think it would, if it was the lower power level, I think I would have more advantage because I love that style and I play a lot of those, and so like I have a lot of experience in that I think is less common. But I think I'll be able to do fine.
Awesome.
I'm already hitting above my average. So
I think you're on a great run. I'm really hoping that's continuing. I don't know if any of my other friends are in the top
I have no
8,
idea.
but I'm going to be rooting for you in there. Thank you so much for joining us. Thank you
Yeah,
so
exactly. So you get it. You take the good cards. Obviously, this is the hard hitting strategy. This is how to do good.
Yeah.
How to win a Magic.
inside scoop right here.
Right, Scoop.
All right. Thank you so much, Max.
Thank you for the cube. It was a fun time.
Awesome. Thank you so much, chat, for joining us for this. We'll be back later with the top 8, but we are going to take a break. Stay tuned, though. Top 8 is going to be awesome. It's a really special cube. I think you're going to have a great time with it.